Finally, I'm back, as if I wasn't here 9 hours ago. Got some things on my mind. If anybody saw the post in the community section, I know my face still isn't up there. I'm still getting stuff ready. Don't judge me. I'm still getting stuff ready. Don't judge me. Do not judge me. I wasn't even planning on streaming right now. And then I got a little, and honestly, I'm gonna have to explain it because I'm smiling behind this screen thing right now. So it's not true anger. It is not true anger. But I'm gonna have some fun with this fake anger. Put it that way. We're about to have some fun with this fake anger. We're gonna let that ride for a minute. Actually, let's see what that do while I get the rest of things set up. Hopefully the sound is coming through from the game this time. And the one issue that I'm still worried about is when that sound goes staticky. I think it happens when I start recording. Might as well reveal this now though. Sup. There we go. Here we are. All right. Already early on, and the camera's wrong. See, this is why I need to wait and set up. Now you got my thumb all in the way. What is that? Okay. Anyway, so basically, I'm gonna pop off a little bit about some comments I got. Now the thing is that, and I'm saying this up top, and I'm gonna wait a minute for other people to join us, so I'll repeat this part. Is that this is not real anger. That's why it's called grind my gears. You know what I mean? And I'll go into the whole my playlist that I was listening to hype myself up for this and everything else. What's up, Flip? Flip, you just in time to hear me pop off on some folks. But basically, and I'm going to say this again to be clear because I just started the stream. So I'll say it again in 5 minutes when I actually get it going, is that this is not real anger. This is being severely annoyed. This is somebody or some people, not even one person, it was multiple people, being obnoxious and me addressing that. But real anger and real disgust comes from someone. Okay, I already said it one time. Somebody put a homophobic, not thing, but a homophobic sentiment in my comment section. I didn't reply to it. I didn't acknowledge the person. I removed the comment and I left the person because maybe it was a one-time thing and that's just how they talk. And it's hey, I'm going to remove it. This is a message first. I didn't want to call them out and be like, yo, this is whatever. And that's the other thing too, because I was listening to Jid Animals Part 1 with Eminem. I listened that part where it was the first thing that popped in my head was that I'm a sleeping lion, I'm lying, and where he was going more like a sleeping giant. And when he goes, I can't say the line because I said I'm not going to curse on this channel. I'm trying to keep it PG-13, PG, so I could curse a little bit, but he said Goliath's a bitch. He got hit with the rock in a sack, might ride with a stick, and that's the first thing I thought of. That and then the DMX song from And Then There Was X. These got the nerve to take my kindness for a weakness. Just because I'm smiling means you can come at me a certain way and you can't. Now, again, I'm doing this in fun. And I'm not going to tell those people's names because I don't want anybody to take it to a serious level and then try to find those people and send them messages and stuff. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. And if it was that deep, if it was something that serious, I'll let YouTube and all them folks handle it. I wouldn't even say anything on camera. I'd just be like, okay, you did that, you said that, kicked out, blocked. And I will say this, I do the Bomani Jones method of how I deal with stuff. I'm not giving you a warning. I'm not saying anything. You get kicked out, blocked, and I don't need that. I don't need that. So if it was real, this video, me giggling and laughing about it would not be happening. So yeah, this is me having some fun with some dudes going at me in the comment section who have probably played the game for 2 weeks. And basically challenge, not even that they challenge, because my knowledge gets challenged a lot of time. But it's like my mom said, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. The way that you say it. There's certain things you can say when you're typing that's I'm gonna need to check your tone. Say, okay, example, I still hoop, I still play basketball. I'm 41 years old. A lot of the guys I'm going up against are half my age, literally. Shout out Tim, shout out Adrian, shout out Theo. Teo. Sorry, Teo. They are half my age, right? And so, for example, Tim is the homie. I love Tim. If Tim gets out of pocket and says something, I get sideways and I'm like, oh, I got to show you real quick. And then I show him. I put him in the post. I work him. I take him back out to the three. I drive on him and put that shoulder in his chest and keep it moving. That's what I'm talking about. Those people who have the nerve to come in. And it wasn't even... that's what I'm saying. No, it's one of those things of like the way that they referenced it and the way that they used it. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not gay. No. I'm not, like, that wouldn't even be anything wrong. Like, I wouldn't have an issue if somebody said that, like, asked if I was or something. No, the way that they said something, basically what they said is that DCU Superman hits like a, and they didn't use a bad word, they just used that word. And I was like, the context. They didn't use a slur, but the way that they put it, the statement was a slur. And I didn't like that, so I removed it. Because to me there's going to be no sexism on this channel, no homophobia on this channel, no demeaning any other group of people for any reason. Demean a person, we can demean a person, but we're not going to say that represents an entire group of people. Anyway, that's how I want to run this whole thing here. Everybody's welcome, love for everybody, and I'm not going to have any toleration for hating somebody else because of who they love or because of who they are, how they were born, period. And I'm not going to discuss it. It's not discussion. It's not up for debate. It's not, you can put in your comment section like, but I don't give a damn how you feel about that. Sorry. Even if you agree with me, I don't care. And Flip is agreeing, and I appreciate it. I respect it. But even if you didn't, I don't care, because I'm old enough to be like, this is who I am. This is my moral compass. This is my being. And so that's how I feel. And I love if you agree with me. And if you don't, there are plenty of other people who agree with you. You can go get their content. I promise you. There's so many people that is sad that agree with your sentiment in that way. Anyway. So I say all that to say, Timmy comes at me wrong. The youngin comes at the old head. You better respect your elders. I will put this shoulder in your chest, and I'm going to the basket. And then when you think I'm going to drive again, I'm going to step back and hit a three from 1 foot behind the 3-point line. Oh, you need it 2 feet behind? We can do 2 feet. Oh, 3 feet? Oh, we can do 3 feet. We can do 3 feet. We can do 3 feet. Oh, Robert, you walked in on morals. Man, it's expensive to upgrade gear at all. Dude, Okadi, I'm going to get into the gear thing later. I'm going to pop off on these dudes real quick, and then I'm gonna get into I'm doing gear and substats and a couple of like tricks that I figured out while actually like on my lunch break at work. That I only took like a 15-minute 20-minute lunch break, because if I'm gonna do the streaming on both ends, I gotta reduce them. Anyway, I'm trying to be a responsible adult. Hey, and good evening and morning. I'm in the evening, so I'm guessing you're in the morning, Robert. So good morning, good evening to everybody. So as I was saying, when I go into these comments, and this is why I'm not giving their names, I'm not even going to put, this is how angry I was about it. I had to screenshot it because I didn't really remember. I remembered the sentiment of what they said, but not what they said. I'm not putting their names up because they didn't do anything wrong. They just said like one thing that was like disrespectful, and then the basketball player in me came out and it was like, let me dunk on you real quick. Yeah, so that's why I'm not giving their names. This is all, I don't want to say it's fake. It's not anger. It's just, in-game, almost trash talk, if that makes sense. That means you got to work on time. Oh, dude, I got to work on time. I got to work at 8:30. But to be fair, like I have home office. So it's easy. All I really did was change my private laptop to my work laptop, and then I still have the monitor here. So, yeah. If I didn't have home office at this job, my streams would be a lot shorter. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go at these people real quick. And part of me going at them is also the way that they phrase their questions, or what the subject is. What the subject is actually a good thing to cover. But now I get to cover it in a different kind of like, how dare you way. You know what I mean? I get to say like, I get to have a different tone about it. And also, they were obnoxious and they were annoying. Did I listen to Murder by UGK while doing push-ups in the living room? Yes, I did. I'm probably still sweaty. I just finished doing it. Yeah, I had a whole playlist. As a matter of fact, Robert, you're in my generation. Where's my phone? Robert, I'm gonna tell you what the playlist was that I was listening to while I did my quick 20-minute workout. All right. Everybody knows Meg Thee Stallion, Not Nice. Chirac by Montana of 300. Chirac versus NY by Montana 300. Animals Part 1 by Jid and Eminem. I'm Raw by Fabulous. Now we're going to get down to the stuff that you and I only know. And Ugly by Montana 300. Shot Down by DMX. Therapy Session by Kevin Gates. Murder by UGK. Thug Love by Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's for the beat. That beat goes. We Don't Give Up by DMX. What else? What You Gon' Do by Little John and the East Side Boys featuring Little Scrappy. We used to listen to some wild stuff, dog. To go into the club. Anyway. Never Scared by Bone Crusher. Nuck If You Buck by Crime Mob. And No Problems by Little Strappy. That is what my playlist was when I was doing that workout. Like, how dare you doubt my knowledge? And then come at it disrespectfully. You know what I mean? But anyway, again, I'm saying this with laughter. You see me smiling and laughing. If I was truly upset with these people, then it would not be smiles, okay? So it's all in good fun. Let me put on What You Gonna Do? And this is the thing too. For those of you who did not grow up in the crunk era, like, I realized this. I think it was Cat Williams said it, but then I realized a little bit when I was older. Our songs got banned they should have been banned in the clubs. Exactly what I was about to say. I did not feel comfortable listening to Little John, and his music would go, but I did not feel comfortable listening to it in clubs. The only time we would listen to it is at house parties where we would have 50, 60 people, but I knew everybody. We either went to high school together or college together. I knew the folks with us in this spot wasn't toting. There was only one time some guys brought guns to the party, and a fight kicked off, and by the grace of God, we won't go into that whole story. But then the dude who, you know how some of those folks are, he just wanted to talk his ish, and then he goes out to the parking lot and bow in the air, and it's like, dog, if you were gonna do whatever, you would have done it in the house. You were in the house. You go outside the house, and then you start to buck. Whatever, dog, you ain't nothing. But like, and I'm not hard. I'm not tough. I was in college, right? Like, not saying that people can't do that when they're in college, but like, very much so. I would have been more scared of my consequences of my mom and what she would have done to me than the police, because my mom raised me. Like, I would have, on my grandma, no. DMX Rough Rider Anthem. That was the first song I listened to when the year 2000 came around, because my mom didn't want us to be out for our New Year's because she thought Y2K was going to be a thing. DMX and certain Eminem songs, they get me a little too. It needed to be fun. It needed to be Little John and the East Side Boys, where it's like, yeah, I'm not going to a club where they got that playing, but I'll play it with my friends and we'll bang into each other and we'll talk. Nuck If You Buck would go, man. I don't care what nobody's. Well, everybody knows it would go. Everybody knows it would go. They play that song at weddings now. Yeah, Robert. Okay, Hood Mosh Pits is a bit of a stretch, because my friends, the friends on the other side, because on that same playlist, I have Brackish by Kitty, who was a very, very mediocre girl punk band for the most part, but that song Brackish really goes for me. Hood Mosh Pits, the way that our suburban, because I won't say Caucasian, because guess what, there were plenty of dudes who were at those hood parties as well. Them dudes were crazy. I could give y'all stories, but I won't do that on the stream. Maybe if I do the watch along like live, I'll tell you some of those stories. But Robert, I'm sure you got a couple of them where those hood white guys were also about that action. Whenever they would describe to me what would happen in mosh pits, my suburban brothers and sisters and non-binary siblings, I was like, and y'all don't fight? Y'all don't fight. So old buddy just pushed you down on the ground, shouldered you in the face, and then just kept like bodying you, and you just got up. Like, we can't do that at this party. Like, we can't. Somebody's gonna up that thing. Like, you can't do that at this party. Somebody's gonna up it. You cannot do that. Anyway. That's funny. Not funny, actually kind of dangerous. But that's why I couldn't never go to like one of those other. When we would go to those parties and they would have a mosh pit forming, I would be well clear, because again, I'm not hood, I'm not gangster. I was never a thug. I was never none of that stuff. I was just raised in a sense of like, if you come at me like that, it is my obligation to get you off me. And I'm not going to abide by your little mosh pit rules if you just shoulder me in the back of my head and I'm on the ground. I'm getting up swinging. Like, I may lose, but one of y'all gonna be hurt. Anyway, okay, all right. So here we go. I'm not even doing a video on this, but it's basically, these are the things I want to address. Again, and from a hilarity point of view, you can't even step on the I'm saying you cannot step on anybody's shoe. Back in the day, I think they've calmed down now. I think the youngsters have calmed down now about shoes. Then again, I don't know. I'm in Switzerland. My kids are gonna be safe. That's so dirty. That's so wrong. Anyway, so somebody went at me on my shop guide and asked why I greenlit buying the shards that have the rare and the elite 10 frags, and said that they believe that's the worst deal in the game. And then this is the part. Please consider ring, by the way, you're going to have to, but whatever, I do grammar mistakes too. Please consider that info is hilarious. I think he said it was the worst deal in the day. Oh, you think it's hilarious, right? You think it's hilarious. So basically you said, why green light for a chest where you get 10 shards you can obtain with 200 diamonds? That's the worst deal in the shop and in the game overall. That's how we started. How in the world is it better to get 10 elite shards instead of 5 targeted epic shards like Nightwing or Penguin? First of all, first flaw, Penguin. Second, I do have a master's degree in law. For almost the same amount of currency. My friend, and this is what I wrote. I even put this. I wasn't even going to reply to comments today. And this was so ... that I couldn't help it. I was literally, because I try to pick a day where I pick like when I'm going to do all my comments. And this is something for you guys to know too. I can't reply. I left the door open to let some air in, and now the damn flies come in. So like this is a thing for you guys to even know. I don't like reply to comments daily because I do like to sit down. And if you guys saw, I did a bunch of comment replies on like Saturday. I sit down and I write, and you might end up getting like 2 or 3 sentences or a paragraph, depending on what you wrote. I want to be able to give you guys like genuine from my thought process. I'm really thinking about what you said and not just some AI generated reply to it, right? So today was not an allotted comment day for me. I couldn't help it. Okay. The same logic you used in saying that 200 diamonds for 10 shards is the same logic behind using 200 diamonds for 40 epic shards. Because remember, a dupe epic in the mother box lands you 40 epic shards, not 10 like when you pull a duplicate elite or rare. There's a value gap, which there is. That's the reason why that makes more sense to me. You have less of a chance of getting an epic when you do pull them from the mother box. However, when you get the epic from the mother box, you get 40 shards, not 10. So 200 for 40 is a better value than 200 for 10. This is the starting point of your argument. Next, why on earth would I waste my time stacking up arena or elseworld currency to only get 5 frags for a targeted epic that I can target in the mother box pools with desired rate of 30%? So I can go get them and then even put them in the desired thing for 30%, right? Right? Now, for those 5 epic, and I'm going to paraphrase here, for those 5 arena or elseworld credits, I know they have different names, but their names are really long and I don't feel like dealing with it. For those 5, I have to pay 750 of the arena currency or of the elseworld currency. That takes, let's see, the arena currency, I might be able to get in a day and a half. Like it can't be in the same day because they stopped giving you the currency at a certain point, right? Same thing with elseworld. I have a limit number that I can get in that day, and I don't think it's 750. I actually did the numbers on it. It might be 750, so one time. Okay, cool. Fine. Now you get 5 off of all that currency you built up. Now I need to do that 8 times. So let's say you get a little bit more. Let's say it takes 5 or 6 days. In order for me to get 40 frags of a character that I could pull with 200 diamonds. So mind you, the 6,000 of those arena and elseworld credits that you would be using could also go towards getting an epic chest that is in that shop, which I also red lit because I said, hey, this is a value gap. This doesn't make sense to me. Now, you can say, hey, do you have a different view on it, different opinion of it? That's cool. To say what I said was hilarious and I should reconsider what I'm saying, come at me better, bro. And the other thing I'd said too was like, not to mention, so far, you said penguin, which is my biggest regret and what resources I put in. I could not tell you how upset I would be if I had used like 12,000 or 18,000 of those Arena and Elseworld credits to rank him up to 8. When I could just get the rare and the elites and rank up the epics that I'm going to pull from the diamonds that I'm going to use pulling the diamonds. Pulling the heroes with the diamonds. So, yeah. Your strategy, some people may adopt. Mine is not hilarious. Next. So I asked the same thing yesterday on stream, but I asked it from its perspective, better understanding. No, you did. That's what I meant by like this entire thing, and this is why I'm saying it's a funny thing, and I don't want to put his name up because I'm being funny. I am. But the entire thing is the only thing that popped me off, that set me off, was the fact that you were like, please considering one grammar. Please consider that info. It's hilarious. ... Bitch. Like that's what got me was the it's hilarious. Don't you never ever. What you gonna do? You got Lil Wayne in my head. Now the next one. Again, not saying the name, and this person might be watching, so don't even mention that it was you. Keep it to yourself. It's fine. It's not that serious. I'm going to use you for a point. Because I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. On the video where I said that maybe Soup's DCU is bad, and I did all that evidence to show it, this person comes back and says that I am basically forcing hate and manufacturing it. That I did not feel what I was saying and that I'm pretending to hate him, I guess essentially for the content. One, I don't give a damn if you watch. I like the people who watch and they rock with me, like I said before. If you don't like it, go to the other content creators. I'm not doing this because I need a paycheck. A lot of guys aren't because you don't get money from this, but regardless, I'm not doing this because I need a paycheck. I'm not doing this because I need your approval. The people who, I've said this a billion times, and I'm going to say it a billion more. The people who rock with me, and I love you and appreciate you for it. It is great. It is amazing to have your support. If you don't, good. Bye. There are 8 billion people in the world. I've come to grips a long, long time ago that the mass majority of people will not like me. That's okay. I need about 1,000 of y'all to like me. Sup, trooper? I'm popping off. I'm popping off. So basically, when here's the thing. Because he starts off respectful. And then at the end, and this is something that I've heard other content creators say too, and I mean content creators in terms of like podcasts, YouTube, all that stuff, is basically saying sorry for the kind of spot because of all the basically one telling me that I'm being fake on camera. I don't need to be fake for you. You don't matter to me. You don't. The people, and this is the thing, and I should not matter to you either. The people that matter to me, daughter, son, and I would say partner, but I ain't got one of them. Sister, niece, uncles. Big tier below, as it should be. A lot of my friends that I got a lot of love for. Another big tier below. Viewers, subscribers, whom I do care about and love. However, I'm not seeking your affirmation. I want to hang out with my friends online and have a good time and laugh. It's fun, okay? But if you hate me, go away. Now, basically, it was and this is the other thing too, because and if I say this part, I feel like I'm gonna reveal the person because this person popped off yesterday as well. If you were on the stream, you saw it, and everybody went nuts. I was ignoring him yesterday for the most part. Then he said something, and I lost it. And then I tried to pull back a little bit, but free-to-play players will lag behind, so stop complaining. Don't you tell me to stop complaining. You can disagree with what I'm saying. You can disagree with complaining. I'll be damned if you're gonna tell me what to say, what to do, and how to do it. Don't you ever tell me what to do again. You can say you like my content, you don't like my content. You can say like this is where you disagree, where you don't disagree. Don't tell me to say anything. Period. You can get the hell out. I don't care if you're here. Thank you. All right. So, and I don't manufacture hate to get anybody's damn approval. I don't need your approval. I am too old to give a damn about playing with other folks' kids. For real. All right. Now, let's get into the fun stuff. Sup, Napo? Y'all, this is why I wanted to wait a little bit, because now Napo and Troop are coming in. They're like, wait, whoa, he's usually, what? Who did what? Let me scroll up this chat. Did somebody say something? No. Anyway. Had to make me go all on my Skepta. All right, here we go. So now I do want to do the hard transition. I do want to do the no Wonder Woman on 80 roll. Should I re-roll my account? I got Zatanna error. What do you mean, Iron Maiden? Real quick. What do you mean by re-roll your account? You mean like just start over with a whole new account? Like you just started and you want to start over? Because I'm going to say no. Because another part of it is like if you're already at 80, which I know is horrible and it sucks, bad luck, but that could happen to you again when you re-roll and you're already more than halfway to being able to get the guaranteed legendary, which they don't make it explicit, but if you go into the top thing here for recruitment, legendary recruitment, you have a guaranteed after 150. I have no idea who I use on 1830. I have no clue. This is why the Discord I have is like there for like the player help, so you can post a screenshot and we can see like what's going on. Because I genuinely do not know. Okay, so does re-roll mean, Robert? Does re-roll mean that Iron Maiden wants to redo their account? I would say don't. I would really say don't. You're more than halfway to a guarantee. Don't do that. Because then what happens if you re-roll it and then it's another 80 and you don't get it? Now you would have had 80 and 80, 60 and you would have already had your guarantee, but now you're starting it over. Don't. If that's what re-roll means, don't do it. Next. Yeah, so Flip, you are in the Discord, right? And I keep doing this. When am I going to learn my lesson? Let me get the daggum Discord and pin it in there so you guys will actually be able every single time. I need to just add it to the broadcast permanently. That way it shows up in the description all the way. What's up, Passing Wind? How you doing? The way side. There we go. All right, so let me go ahead and try to get the Discord into the chat because I forgets. And then what I am gonna do is make the video on. Someone did ask in the comment section about stats. I mentioned that earlier this morning, and I tried to do a pseudo stats guide. Bro, we're talking in Discord this morning about yeah, because I forgot that your name is different. I forgot your name is different in the thing. I keep forgetting that your name is different in the thing. My bad. I gotta remember that. My bad. Because here's the other thing too, and I'm not gonna lie to you, because I saw that your comment and then we were talking about it, right? And then I went back and I was like, and I don't want to say your Discord name in case you don't know. I went back and I was like, didn't he tell me that his name in the chat is something different? And I could never find where that part of the chat was. And I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'm wrong. But now I know who you are in the thing. It has the Japanese characters there, as well as the name. Just to prove to you that I do remember. Okay. View channel. We're going to go to the live one, and Angreifer is going to put down his... Actually, the first clue that you should have come at me in my comment section is my name. You need to go to Google Translate and figure out real fast what Angreifer means. Okay. So, anyway. Horain. I hope I say that correct. Horan or Horain. I hope I say that correct. Got Wonder Woman. I'm free to play, by the way. I'm so happy, bro, saving up for the OP limited care. Yo, congratulations. You already have the best character in the game with Wonder Woman. So We just had one person in here, Iron Maiden, and she's considering re-rolling her account because she doesn't have Wonder Woman yet. It's coming, I promise, Iron Maiden. So congrats to you for getting Wonder Woman already. It took me, I think it was the guarantee that got me Wonder Woman, if I'm being real. Now, what I'm going to do in this video coming up is that I wanted to explain. Let me pretend like I can speak English. I wanted to explain the gear stats to a certain degree. And I'm doing it on the epics and the epic ones. Now, I haven't actually started recording. Wait, did Hooray didn't say that was bad luck? Hooray said that was good luck. So happy. Yeah. Basically, why am I talking like a valley girl right now? All right. So the idea behind this video that I'm going to do is I've already done the gear video, and now I'm doing I feel like this whole thing is dark, and I want to do the, I think I might have to go turn off that light. I want to do the whole, and this fly is going to, I'm telling you, I wanted to do all of the things on the stats in terms of the sub stats here. And I have a limited amount of them in terms of like these epic ones and then these epics. And when I say limited, it's not really limited. Limited in terms of how much I can improve. However, here's the thing that was crazy. Hey, Miss Sale. Thanks for following. What's up, Cal? Welcome back. I'm in any legendary waiting room. So basically what I'm doing is when we go over the stats, when you get to your epic gear, with the elite gear, it does not matter as much because the two sub stats here are going to be the same as far as I can see. I have not seen much of a difference when you get like your prime stat, the first stat, the primary stat, and then these sub stats tend to be the same. I have not seen an elite an elite piece where that has been different at all. The numbers are different because there's epic and then epic 1, but I haven't seen where the substats are different. Where they are different is and actually the thing that to show to you guys before I record the video is Kid Flash. Kid Flash, heal bonus on this heal crit attack, set. Funny enough, I was able to level this one up. I thought the heal bonus was going to be 5%. It's 10. And this isn't even an epic 1 piece. This is just a straight up epic piece. So like, if I do, why am I saying like so much? If I do heal bonus here, heal bonus here, heal bonus here, heal bonus here, and heal bonus here, I have a heal bonus of 50%. Now here's the other problem with it, or not problem, the other thing that I had wrong. In these stats, where it says crit heal, I do not believe from what I have read, heal bonus is just a bonus on any heal that's cast. It doesn't matter if you crit or not. The crit is just a tack on top of that. So long as I got heal bonus, that heal bonus is boosting my overall heals, as far as I understand it. And that's what I'm going to explain today. Do you have a shop guide in silver? Oh, no, I didn't do a shop guide for that because that store is like going to disappear in like 5 days. Yeah. But I did have, when I did my DCU guide going through the sector, I think it was sector 2 that I went through, or when I went through sector 1, I did go through the shop and say what I would and wouldn't buy. Now this is heavily dependent on what you need and where you are in the game. If you've just started, you're going to be a little bit behind on this, and that's okay. But what I did, and I don't know if anyone could recommend it, is I went straight up for all of the super encrypted because I was worried about pulls. I wanted to get as many pulls as possible. Next, if you have your emblems unlocked, which if you just started, you probably don't. So you could probably wait on these here to develop emblems. The rare frags are a bit of a stretch because you can get them in other places. But if you're running out, then you could. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to these frags that you can get, remember, this does not unlock the character. And I'm talking to you as if you're new. If you're not new, I apologize. These do not unlock the characters. They allow you to rank them up. And for me, this is expensive as hell. Like for Zatanna, who, if she was still what she was before, I could kind of see it, but probably not. But if I buy 2 of these, I could rank her up. So for 440, For 4,400, I could rank them up, which might not be bad, but still seems expensive to me. They all seem kind of expensive, and I damn sure don't want Weasel or Dr. Phosphorus. I don't like either of those characters. Next, what I was doing was actually buying these regular encrypted. I went for the super encrypted, then I went for the regular. The other resources I basically ignored. I think I bought the emblem. Nope, because it was too expensive for me. So I waited on those as well. So thank God for the Superman. No, the Superman event for these super encrypted tokens, I feel like that does push a lot of people for it. For the gold, I went straight up just for the super encrypted. The Superman, and again, all these frags, I mean, they are okay to rank them up. And if you really want to get your Zatanna up to rank 8, I guess. But let's be fair. The value in here for the Zatanna is a little bit better than the value in here for them. However, I still wouldn't do it. I would still just go ahead and put them in the desired slot if you've gotten to mission 8 and can do that. I would rather do that than to spend this currency on this, because there's other resources like I can get a legendary, rare, or epic with this, and that expands my roster, especially if I'm like early in the game. And I think I was able to get like 25 of these from the first day. Then that really helps my whole overall roster, as opposed to just getting 5 frags, just getting 15 frags, and then being able to rank up one character. Same thing with these. I think I actually did buy this a couple times for Wonder Woman, so that was okay for me. However, I still think that they are, if I'm having to choose between these and super encrypted, I'm going super encrypted. If I have to choose between these and super encrypted. And I even have the artifact that I love right now. This might be something I actually go for, but only because I'm in love with the Batmobile right now. But I don't, and I can't buy any more super encrypted. So maybe. But overall, I would stick with super encrypted tokens. Expand your roster, especially if you're new. Then these, if you have emblems, that's not bad. That's not bad value. These, if you have your artifacts, they're not the worst in the world. I don't like the value, really. It's like a big red. It's a big yellow light, like a yellow light that's about to turn red. And then the frags, I'm just not a fan of buying frags with currencies when I can like target them elsewhere. With the Superman, it would have made sense to me. But if you would rather, put it this way, I didn't wait. If you would rather wait and not spend the currency until like the last day, and then see if you can get Superman up until the last day, and then if you do, spend it on his frags, and if you don't, then spend it on the other stuff. That's a strategy as well. Does Superman DCU pity transfer to the next legendary? Nope. Hey, I'm grabbing great content for the love of all that is holy. How does dot damage work in this game? So, damage over time. Ha. It says attack, but of the attacker or the attack of the enemy. Aha. Okay. So I did just do 2 guides, Mike V. An awesome logo, and Mike V is awesome. All right. So basically, and that's sticking out in my head right now because I just watched Dark Knight Returns Part 2, and they did have a V for Vendetta comic in the cartoon, like that you can see. Need to watch that movie again. Basically, it's going to take 60% of the attack of the person who did the attack. So if you put down bleeds, for example, and they came from Damien, there's going to be 60% of Damien's attack. That makes sense. And also one of the big things that is weird and awkward for me, but it is what it is. If it's poison, bleeds, they go off at the end of the enemy's turn. In most of these games, the bleeds happened during the enemy's turn. Let me put something else on just so like it's not just me rambling to you guys. I do need Elseworld stuff. I gotta do Elseworld stuff. Or not Elseworld stuff. War World. That I can play easily. So it happens at the end of the enemy's turn. In most of these games, it happens in front. So a lot of times I would like ignore that character if I know I have enough bleeds on them for them to die, because I knew when their team came up, they were gonna die without doing an attack. In this game, they do the attack first and then they fall down dead. So just be aware of that, just like for strategies in game. And then Frostbite. Frostbite is different. It's 15% of attack when the Frostbite is applied. So you have one Frostbite. It's 10%, right? 10% damage, or maybe 50. Yeah. Anyway, no, it's 10. It's 15. It's 15. I'm sorry. 15%. And then when it's added immediately, that Frostbite plus the other Frostbites, it's going to equal 15% of the attacker's damage based on the number of frost bites you have. So you have 3 is the easiest. 3, 45% of the attack of the attacker who's attacking right now. I use the word attack a lot in that sentence. I hope that clears things up for you. Robert Lewis, I was in your spotlight before pulling Superman, Wonder Woman, and Hawkeye. How'd you get Hawkeye? That's the wrong universe. It's like, I don't think so, but I hope. Missing materials. Oh, well, Hawkeye. Oh, Robert already got me. How to keep getting the gold 6. I completed Metropolis. Nothing else to do there. I think the rest are based on quote unquote season rewards. There's not any daily rewards. All the daily rewarded stuff goes to the silver SIGs, not the gold. The gold, the last time I got gold was because I beat Elseworld 5 times or 8 times, something like that. They're a lot more scarce. I'm just going to say all the golden tickets until a next busted limited character. Oh. Honre. Let me show you something. Because I was being conservative when The Bride was out, and I was being conservative when, I can't remember who else was out. When The Bride went away, because she had her special currency that was like a silver gun and a gold gun. When she went away, those currencies disappeared. I didn't use them. The shop didn't stay around. The shop literally ended when the event ended, and all that currency disappeared. So me saving and hoarding it didn't do anything. There's another one I can just outright show you right now, because they haven't gotten rid of it. This right here, this was a lab certificate for the tank, right? Got all this currency saved up for that shop. There's not going to be another limited event for this. So this is just here now. I didn't spend it. I won't get to spend it. So I would recommend waiting to the last day and then making your decision if you want to do it that way. But thinking that you can save it till the next limited character, they will not do this. I mean, put it this way. If the next character is going to be the Joker, why would you use Superman currency? His logo is literally on the currency. It goes away. We need more free-to-play ways to artifact pools. This is the thing too. I was wrong on one thing in the shop video, because I think it was, I cannot remember who, but when I pulled my Wonder Woman whip, I figured out I was saying no to these things at first for artifacts, and now I'm saying yes, because yes, this epic gear is good. It's good. This allows me to pull for the artifact, so I believe that now, maybe I should make that amendment. I believe now I will get these every time they reset. I think it resets every week or every 2 weeks. It might be every week. And that's what I'm going to get, so I can pull the artifacts. That's the free-to-play area to do it. Oh, and also, I think, don't you get them in team-ups, or is that just the advanced thing? I think it's just the advanced thing. Dadgum. I think it's just the advanced thing. Oh, no, yeah, this is just the advanced simulation. Okay. So, yeah, that's where I'm going, is the League shop. Yep, so do crit supply damage to the damage or just the raw attack stats? Okay, so damage is crit plus attack. So when you have your raw damage, and by raw damage, you have all these other multipliers that go along with it before the crit hits. So she crits. So right here, you're going to have this base attack bonus, 57.3%, and then extra attack, which equals, this is my attack. And then once you crit, that 19% of crit damage is going to apply to this 47,000. Man, that's a lot of attack. I love you, Wonder Woman. So yeah, that's how that goes. Crit about up, when the bleeds, etc. Trying to gear them. Oh yeah, got you. Yeah, so that's what it means. And by the way, one thing I did notice, bleed and poison damage, I'm assuming frostbite as well as burn, they can crit. Those attacks can crit. The lab certificates come back with the next remnant. Do they? I might be completely wrong. I apologize, Harain. I could be completely wrong then. Trooper, are you serious? So this currency will come back. But then no. So but then I'm not wrong about the Superman 6 though. Because that is Superman, and when they had it for the bride, those ones that I had saved up disappeared. No? I'm gonna need confirmation. Hooray. Let's hold for a second, holding pattern, because I could be completely wrong on this. I want to be wrong on this, honestly. Yeah. For the next, if I save that for the next reinforcement, that's one thing. If it's for the next reinforcement puzzle, but I don't, unless like the Superman SIGs like convert to another currency or something. I don't know, but I do know that I came into the game when Bride was a thing, and there was like 6 days left in her event or something like that, maybe a week, and I didn't even know what I was doing, so I didn't even, you know what I mean? I was still learning the game. I had her stuff, I was using it in the shop, and I was doing the whole like, I'm gonna be conservative this time. I'm not gonna spend everything at once, and then it disappeared. So, is there anything to do in system recovery after you've done that a few that it shows I don't understand what it's for? System recovery is really just another way to farm resources. That's all it is. It's just a second version of the main story. That's literally it. It's a 3-star method. It's just more gameplay. That's all it is. I don't think there's anything like special to do afterwards. But I mean, I'm on chapter what? How many chapters y'all got? So many chapters. Oh my god. It's like when you read a book and you think you're pretty deep into the book, and then you like look back and you're like, oh damn, this book has how many chapters? I'm a third of the way through. Damn, I thought I was doing better than that. You're not wrong about the legendary currency, but yes, you can spend the lab. Okay, so cool. Just that confirmation. Hooray. So for the legendary currency, it's gonna disappear. So then maybe if you want to hoard and just see what you can get from soups, if you get them or whatever, and then make a more well-rounded decision from your perspective, then do that on the last day, but don't let it carry over because it'll disappear. All right, so great info. So how do you gear your Ocean Master? More crit than attack, or the other way? Also, congrats on the mess. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. This is the problem I'm having with Ocean Master for real. And I even have like on my tablet here, which is going to be my, how many screens do I need to do this channel? I do have where I go over Batman, the mistake I made, Green Arrow, the mistake I made, Lex is okay, Nightwing, got a decision to make, and then I have a question about Bane. And the one thing about Ocean Master that I still can't figure out, and I may make you guys watch me do this, or I may sit on that couch over there and do it after I end the stream, is I need to know if Buddy, why am I saying it like that? I wrote it down yesterday too, like when I was going over it, and I made some people suffer with me through all this math that I do, which proves that I love math so much that I don't care if it alienates people out of my life. That's a problem. What's up, Enzo? How you doing? Where it seemed as though and this could have been an RNG thing. And again, I'm going to test it again. I'm going to test it more today after I do the stats thing. I had him in a block set because I thought, 2 blocks, and I think HP would mean that when he gets hit, that block, he does the counter. Someone, and I believe it was Rescue Panda. I hadn't seen her in a minute. What's up? Where are you at, Rescue Panda? He or her? I don't know. Don't matter. And so the test that I ran, and it was against an Evil Falls villain, was with block set, 2 sets of block HP, then one was with the 2 sets of crit and attack, and then the last one was with 2 sets of attack and a crit. And the better performance came out of the crit set. And I think that was because he is using the out of turn attack a lot. But the problem was, and I could never see it, I wanted to see it, where the crit set was critting on his out of turn attacks. Because if it does that, that means that I definitely want him in a crit set because he uses that out of turn attack a lot. When he's going up, when he has people in front of him to block. He's doing it all the friggin' time. I haven't beat this with Mighty yet. I probably still won't beat it with Mighty. Oh no, without Mighty. Obviously I haven't because my tactical sucks. Are you guys actually kidding me right now? I do need you for here. I want to put you up front, but you guys suck at survival right now. We're gonna make sure to get the shields up just in case. This is AoE damage. You're gonna block the rest of them, so maybe you go here. Let's let that run and see what happens. Let's hope I get that last star. Okay, so what I am gonna do is I'm gonna do the stats after this thing runs. I'm gonna do the full video, so the chat's gonna disappear for a minute. I think I need to turn off that light over there real quick. I'm gonna go through the stats. I'm gonna show you where I messed up on my gear. They just show you all of my mistakes. I am not infallible. Yeah, so let me turn off that light real quick. I think I need that because I'm showing up so dark. Or it might be, it's probably because this window's behind me and the sun is shining bright after a thunderstorm. Damn. Okay. The absolute downside of where I moved this camera, where I moved this whole setup to, is it is dark over here. No matter how much light. Okay. Daggum. All right, well, we're gonna have to rock with it. My fault. I'm gonna deal with it. I'm out of this apartment in a week anyway. Can't wait to be in that new place. All right, so I guess we're all right. I just listened to the first 20 minutes. Yeah, I did a similar test. Block set by himself. He didn't counter. Yeah, okay. That's okay. Okay. Also, Shields killed the whole block thing. That too. I've been noticing that as well. I just listened to the first 20 minutes. Yeah, Napo. I had to let him know. I know it's the window behind me, and that's why I didn't want to do the window in the first place. And I got lucky because it was like cloudy weather the last couple of days, and I was like, okay, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's not that bad. And today the sun is out. It makes me damn near want to wait 2 hours until the sun goes down. And it doesn't go down in Switzerland until like 9:30 in the summertime, 10 o'clock. Dadgummit. All right, anyway. Napo, I had to let him know though. All right. I mean, it's better. I'm at the lean forward. Dadgum. Okay, so guys, I'm going to go into the stat. Are we going to beat this team at all? I mean, we're looking okay. I don't need everybody to survive. I really just need... Yeah, I was just about to say, I really need Green Arrow to finish off Firestorm real quick. And then we're Gucci. Jessica Cruz doing her job. She is doing her job. Gone. Okay, cool. Last one. I need names, addresses, and workplaces. No, Napo. That was the point. We're having fun. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show ninjas. Okay. Here we go. So let's hop into who am I gonna show first? Actually, you know what? I'll start off with my mistakes. I'll start off with Batman. Okay, cool. We will do that. So, chat, you're going to be hidden for a second. Sorry. Not Green Arrow. Oh, I kind of want to call him Hawkeye now for real. All right, gotta hide y'all. All right, here we go. And we're going to start recording. Coming in. We're going to slide that right there, and right there. Coming in 3, 2. Now, I don't like to admit when I'm wrong. So I'll just say that I was less than right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over their stats of these characters and go through an explanation of the substats and then show the mistakes I made when gearing up some of my characters based on the epic equipment I put on them and that third substat that you can get. I know it sounds complicated, and I'm going to say it's not, but it is. Let's get to the video. And 3, 2. Hi guys, I'm Gravy here, and this is a DC Roast Collide video. In this video, what I'm doing is I'm going through, there was somebody in the comments section who asked me to explain the stats and substats, and I'm gonna use Batman as this example because I did make some errors, some minor errors, in how I was gearing my characters once I got the epic gear, epic 1 gear, epic 2, epic 3, as you guys like go up in the game. With elite gear, and I would love for somebody to correct me on this if I am wrong, but so far as I understand it, the elite gear, the substats, there's no difference there. The substats only change for that third substat that you're going to get in epic, and I'm going to show you why I messed that up. And I'm having to I have like multiple screens over here. I'm trying to be sure that I give you guys this accurate data. I even went through all the mistakes that I made in my characters to give you multiple examples of these mistakes. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over their stats. Now, forgive me, but this is the advanced class of stats, right? I have the gear sets, and that knowledge still does apply. Everything I did about the gear sets and their stats there, that applies. This is basically gear sets and stats part 2, where we go into, think of it as, instead of your Spanish 101, 102, 103 courses, this is your Spanish 201, 202, 203 courses, second level. Now, because of that, I'm going to assume that you understand how the base HP, the HP bonus, which does actually come into effect from some of the gear. So remember the names, but HP bonus, extra HP, I'm going to assume that you know defense, speed, and attack. The HP bonuses, the defense bonus, the speed bonus, attack bonus, that can also come from your gear, just so you know. And then extra speed, extra attack, all the other stuff can also come from gear. The main things I'm going to focus on in this video are crit, these stats down here, from crit to lifesteal, okay? And I'm going to give a quick explanation. However, you can also, and as I slow it down, because I know sometimes I speak too fast, because I'm trying to get all the information in at once, and so I go, brrr, I'm going to slow down. All right, so you know, each one of these, I didn't do anything special. There's no special site, although I should make it. I do have a table. I should probably put that table somewhere. But you have your crit hit rate, everything that I'm going to describe to you. If you forget, you don't know, you don't have to come back to my video. I would like if you did, but you can just click on the name and it gives you the stats right there in the game. They're actually pretty good about explaining stuff within game. So crit, we all know, crit is just going to be your chance of having a critical attack. With Batman right now, it's at 22%. Crit resistance. This is your chance to resist critical damage. And of course, as I'm filming, as soon as I start filming, there's a fly flying around. I hope you can see it, because otherwise it looks like I'm on drugs. But there is a fly that's bugging me, and I'm trying to be a peaceful man today. Anyway, so that is your chance of resisting the critical attacks. Next is coming the crit damage. The crit damage is how much your attack, so this stat up here, is going to be boosted when it crits. 8.8% right now on Batman. I would love that damage to go up. Damage amplification. Damage amplification is the increase that you have of the damage overall. So take your crit damage, take your attack, that's going to equal your damage that you're applying to your enemy, and then the damage amplification then amplifies that. Okay? Damage reduction shows how much the decrease of the damage that's coming in. So if this were 10%, then the damage coming in is 100,000. It's going to get reduced to 90,000. Kind of like a defense mechanic. Should go along up here in that thinking, okay? Next is going to be your armor piercing. This is the amount of defense that's going to be ignored when you hit the character. I'm literally going to look at the table. Amount of defense ignored when attacking. I'm learning. All right, so basically, if your character has, okay, so put it this way. The defense here is 4153. Let's say that damage, that 5,000 damage, is on the character that Batman is attacking. It's not. This defense is on him, so I'm trying not to confuse some of you. Some of you are like, why'd you speak so slow? Some folks, I'm trying to be sure. English is like their second, third, or fourth language. Just making sure I'm clear. Let's say that Batman is attacking Superman, and Superman's defense is at 5,000, okay? When you do the piercing, that means it's going to ignore 400 of that 5,000, making it 4,600 of his defense. Reflect is how much damage is going to be bounced right back to the person who just attacked you. So now Superman is attacking Batman. He has hit Batman for 100,000, right? But Batman has 20% reflect. So if he hit Batman for 100,000, 20,000 goes right back at Supes. All right. Next is block. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but it's a percentage chance that your character has of blocking an attack. Then block break, and this is a percentage chance too, right? Yep. It's a percentage chance of you actually breaking through that block. So Batman is going to block Supes. He has a 25% chance to block. Batman does not have a chance to block here. He's going very, very Robert Pattinson, just shoot me, I don't care style of Batman in this game. My bad, I should give him some block. So basically, he's going to take the block. You block break it. If that block 20% chance does happen when I'm attacking Superman, he blocks. That's my chance of breaking through that block. It's still getting that extra damage. Now, the block amount is how much of the damage that you're going to block when you get into it. So if I'm going to block, I should have used Nightwing for this example, but it is what it is. If I'm blocking 10% of the damage coming in, I'm blocking 10. The block break means that that 10 is no longer going to apply, so it'll be the full attack. I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm like giving that, because I can understand where it's like, seems kind of convoluted in a sense, but if you want to break it down, block break is your chance of ignoring the block. Block amount is how much of the damage you're going to block when you do block. All right, so heal crit. And I got to be honest, this is where I got a little bit confused. This is the chance for your shields and your heals to actually crit. So that means that whenever you're healing or wherever you like laying out shields, if you get a crit on it, then that is going to actually amplify the amount of heals, amplify the amount of shields. Now, I thought that heal bonus was the amount, just like crit and crit damage. I thought that heal bonus was the amount of crits that you were going to get on your heals. Not the case. As far as I read it, and I'm reading it repeatedly because I feel like this is wrong. I even wrote, like when I did my chart, I kind of paraphrased. With this one, I basically wrote the whole thing out. Additional percentage of bonus effect dealt when character casts a heal. So straight up, just when they're casting a heal, it does not need to crit, will end up giving them this bonus amount of heals on their heal. I like that. And then lifesteal is the percentage, and I think that's pretty obvious, but lifesteal is the percentage of HP that comes back to you from the damage you've done. So I hit Superman for 100,000. I have 10% lifesteal. That means I get 10,000 HP back, or 10,000 attack amount of HP back. So that is how those stats work. Now, how did I screw this up? Basically, these substats, and I got to make sure to look because I noted it down. These substats that you're looking at that can affect a lot of those things are down here at the bottom. So I have a heal bonus here on this shoulder piece that I've put on Batman. Why is that so bad, you ask? Well, that's bad because Batman doesn't heal. So why am I giving him an epic piece that has a heal bonus on it? Instead, let's go ahead and replace it. And I'm not going to replace it now because it needs to be leveled up. I put it on this person here, if I'm making sure that's okay. Yeah, right. It would be better for me to add this piece to Batman because instead of having heal bonus, it has crit. Not to mention it is epic 1, but let's ignore that for this exercise. So instead of having a heal bonus on my damage dealing single target burst damage dealer, it'd probably be better to have crit, right? Yeah. So that piece should go over here. Next, we will go to Green Arrow, and it's Green Arrow's belt, right? Same bit here. Replace. Crit. Heal bonus. Why do I need a heal bonus? Why do I need a heal bonus? It'd probably be better on my AoE damage dealer to increase their crit chance, right? You can see that being logical, right? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so then next we're gonna go over to Lex, who is reasonably okay. This is where I just have to like, you know, you have like the what's it called? The compliment sandwich. Basically, you take a good thing, like when you're trying to critique an employee or maybe even a partner, you give a compliment, then you give the bad thing, then you give another compliment to kind of soften the negative. I'm kind of doing it in reverse. That might be why I need to go to therapy. So HP bonus here. Attack bonus, which I'm not a huge fan of because I'm not really using him to attack. I could be using an HP bonus piece here. We have crit resistance, which is probably pretty good on a tank. I want to try to resist crit, so hey, let's leave that there. We have another HP bonus, that's good. HP bonus, that's good. HP bonus, that's good. So I have 4 HP bonus sets. This is the only one that I really need to change because of the attack. Why are the HP bonuses good? It is because he generates shields based on HP. The higher the HP, more powerful the shields. Next up, now we go back to bad. So I did the compliment sandwich in the reverse. Ooh, that's going to be a shot to my ego. It's okay. I got a big enough one. Nightwing. Nightwing here. Block. And I think, did I just put that on him actually? Oh, yeah. Block is good. Why is that? Replace. There was another helmet over here that has block break, right? Now, block break, just as it applies, this would probably be better served on a character who I want to attack, which might be Bane, for example. Bane I do want Bane to block, that's how I'm building him, but block break would kind of ensure that on that not ensure, but give us a better chance on his AoE attack that he's going to break through whoever blocks it. Not saying it's a good chance, but it's better than 0, right? And now, the next one is going to be Bane himself. I just gave you that whole thing about his block break. On his helmet, we have crit resistance. Okay. Where is that other HP helmet? Did I put it to the side? Oh, that's fine. We can use this one as the example. Now, just for the exercise here, let's ignore this. This is where we're going to have an issue with making a decision. He's a tank. Crit resistance would be good for a tank because that crit resistance is going to kind of help us not take crit shots, right? However, at the same time, I'm putting him in block sets to run him with Ocean Master. So maybe it would be better for me to have block on that helmet. And I genuinely haven't made that decision yet. I think I am going to go for the block helmet. However, I do like the fact that this is Epic 1. But this is kind of, at this point now, the first thing I'm going to look at is going to, depending on the piece. With helmets, they're always attack. But for example, here on the accessory pieces, this is crit. I'm gonna keep that there because of the AoE damage dealer. And then this is HP. I have seen this be block before, a block percentage. I've seen this be like a HP percentage. Like you have different stats on the accessory and the comm device. But on the belt, the helmet, the shoulder defense, and then the body HP, these primary stats stay the same. And then this third substat is the one that changes. If anybody has ever seen where it's changed like within them, I think HP bonus does change sometimes too. Or maybe not. I think it does change sometimes too in there. But this is the evaluation that I'm going to go through. Knowing that I want to build Bane in a block set, well, for a block team, right? Then I'm going to try to lean into the stats that are going to give us that block. Oop, HP bonus, no. Block break, nah. Block. I think I'm going to put block on him. Or should I use crit resist because he's a tank and he's going to be up front? That's a decision I have to make. But I hope that video explained these substats and the gear and how I'm looking at it well enough. I'm trying to keep it like short and sweet just so that it's not those long, mega, like 30-minute videos. So let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if I got something wrong. Put it in the comment section. But I'm pretty sure that based on this, I now have to rework and go through every single one of my tunes to be sure that the epic gear on them is correct. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe, and a dislike. I'm okay with that as well. I'll see you guys next time. Bet. All right, what was going on back here? What's going on? What is going on? Minor errors like, oh. Oh my God, that is terrible. Okay. With a flip up Firestorm 1212. Okay, so you guys are back here trying to figure out ways to get past things. Why not do Bloodsport thing at the same time? What do you mean? You said you could test out his gear sets. Oh. I'm going to, but I wasn't going to do it in that video. I'm going to test out the gear sets and everything now, but I wasn't going to do it in that video because what I'm trying to do, And I mean, you guys might be opposed to it because I mean you're watching me on stream. Is that I'm gonna try to keep these videos to like these explanation videos. I'm trying to keep them like 15, 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna try to keep like the longer ones, like the walkthroughs and stuff, to like an hour. And that was part of the reason why I had to hide the chat, because I will read and then respond, and then that adds like 3 minutes to it. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm trying to keep it like a shorter content, 15, 20 minutes. People get in, they get out, that kind of thing. And then if you want the longer form content, watch the stream, yo. All right. Robert, the types of game you have at min max. I'm spend the time. I'm free to play games so that my strategy to get limited characters is easy. Just don't spend. Remember your. Oh no. Mid max in the game so you don't save. Don't use them. I save them up and go all in. Oh no. But what we're saying, Honray, is that. No. What we're saying is that, and I hope this is what you mean. What we're saying is that those Superman SIGs literally disappear. Like, if you're talking about saving these, if you're talking about, oh my God, why don't just give me a home button? If you're talking about saving this currency for this shop, when this event is over, this goes away. There's no conversion, there's no saving it, there's no hoarding it. You can hoard diamonds; those don't go away, and you can hoard those legendary things for the reinforcements; those stay. But like the gacha game mechanic here does not apply for this. If you're saving for diamonds, sure. If you're saving these encrypted tokens, if you're buying all these encrypted tokens from here and then saving them for the next limited event, maybe that's what you meant. Maybe you meant you're saving these encrypted tokens for the next limited offer. Is that what you meant? Because if you mean that you're literally going to save this silver L sig, I hate trying to say that word, it's going to go away. It's going to literally leave the game and not come back. So if you have like 3,000 of these, they're going to disappear. Yeah, so the last two changes, HP and attack, $50 worth of value for entertainment used elsewhere. What? I am missing something. To say, bro, and pick up. Yeah, so, but that's what I mean. If you're talking about saving diamonds, I mean, I don't follow that strategy strictly, but I agree with that. If you're talking about saving this currency that leaves, do not do that. Don't use them. I say no. I think maybe I'm misunderstanding you. Maybe I'm misunderstanding you. Maybe you mean you're saving the tokens. Maybe that's it. If you're saving these, that's fine. I mean, I wouldn't say fine, but I mean, that's on you. But if you're saving the SIGs, it's literally going to leave the game in 5 days. They will not be a thing anymore. They will no longer be a currency. I don't know how else to say that. Besides, they should all watch the videos, hit the thumbs up, and watch the live. Passing Wind, you're a genius. They should all be watching the videos on loop. And then when I stream, pause the loop, come watch me on stream. And then when I'm done on stream, go back and watch the videos on loop. I think that's actually the best way to do things. Anyway, I will say zero spoilers, but I did see Superman where my daughter took me. Oh, that's cool as hell. I remember that. Okay, this is Mama. Miss you. Rest in peace. My mom, I took her on a date when I was 16 to go see Spider-Man. And she said she liked it a lot. And I was like, I'm sure you liked it, but it wasn't your vibe, seeing as how like your favorite movies were The Preacher's Wife and How Stella Got Her Groove Back, which the How Stella Got Her Groove Back really bothers me nowadays. When I was 12, it's like, okay, she's just talking about dancing. She wasn't talking about dancing. But like, I took her out, and that was one of my like most fond memories of doing that. Afterwards, I had a little talk with the manager. I've never been to this boutique thing, and only 5 rows. Oh, cool. The light bulb was so dim that you couldn't see anything, and you could. Oh, damn. That was cool at first, because I like the idea of it being a small boutique theater, but then, I mean, get your seat game up. What's going on? What is the best to buy on Superman shop tickets and shop. You literally just came in. We just talked about this. But hey, what's up, Hanjay? Well, I'll get to that question just a second. I'll let you know afterwards. And I understand that it's the owner's decision, and she was nice enough to refund me, even though I didn't ask for it. Oh, but I feel like I need to go out and see it with prop. Oh, so it was all like, damn. See, I like those small boutique theaters with the more intimate thing, like we have here in Switzerland in Zurich, Arena Ponceja, and the arena.ch is the name of the website. Sorry. And the theater, that's the one I go to, and that's where I take my daughter. And they have this like lounge area, and I know it's gonna sound ridiculous when I say the price, but when you think about the prices in Switzerland, it's something different. So basically, in this lounge area, you have like 2 lazy boy seats, and then they give you like a little mini fridge, and in the mini fridge, there's there's champagne, but she ain't drinking that, and neither am I. That I told her that this is for daddy later when you're taking a nap or when you're going to sleep, I should say. Then I had like M&Ms, popcorn, like 2 things of chips, peanut. Like they gave you all these snacks and everything, plus the seats. And then the seats are in this lounge area with walls, and they're a little bit set up above the crowd with the wall like this. So when you're looking out, really all you see is a screen, and nobody exists. And so we were just sitting there, and she adapted to it quick as hell. She hopped in that seat, that lazy boy. As soon as she figured out how that thing reclined, she turned to the side, reclined, and just was like, I'm watching a movie, and chilled. She straight chilled on it. Loved it. And I won't say the price. It's expensive, but when you if I had just bought the tickets and then the popcorn and drinks for us, that would have already met the price of me buying the lounge tickets. So like, I would rather, pay that same amount, get some extra snacks. My daughter and I, that is where we go when we watch movies. We get the lounge every time. And we sit and chill, and it was awesome. Absolutely awesome. Best 11-year-old kid. Yeah. I am not talking to 11-year-olds in the game because I am a vindictive person. If you couldn't tell by the first 20 minutes of this, I will cause therapy bills. Okay, Hanjay, what I was saying, and this is only a recommendation, and I'm going to try to slow it up because I did it a bit haphazardly the first time. My investment is going to go into first the super encrypted tokens. Next is going to be just the encrypted tokens. That one, the encrypted tokens, is like a more of a me thing that I'm going to stack those up because of the situation that I'm in the game and how deep my roster is. I can afford that. I'm not going to spend on any of the fragments or the epic fragments. I feel like this is too expensive for what the value actually is for these characters specifically because they're epic. Superman DCU, if you've already pulled them, honestly, I would rather buy him from the gold one, but whatever. If you did and you want to rank him up, I get it. I understand that 100%. The emblems, I think this is expensive as well, but I cannot say. Funny enough, I bought the emblems from here because I thought this was better value. I think I bought 4 of them. So this is still pretty expensive to me when I can either do 10 to an emblem, which either gets me 1 point or no points depending on where I am in that emblem, versus pulling 5 tokens. That's just that value to me doesn't equate. So same with all of these. The titanium, I understand there's a bottleneck for it. However, at the same time, it's only 6 for 1 hour, which isn't going to get you that much unless you want to like buy it and hold it, because these are the investments. These are the ones like the hourly stuff for the gold and the titanium. The gold and the titanium, I would rather do it as the elite ones, like the ones that do 8 hours, and then take those and literally just set them to the side, because as you progress through the main story, the value of them increase. I'm not really a big fan of buying those from here. I could get it, but I would say the value is like kind of stinky on those too, because I keep comparing it back to these tokens that I could get and actually pull a character. And then the gold thing is much the same. If you've already pulled Superman and you want to stack the frag so you can rank him up, I get these 100%. The epics I do not get, especially when you can target and pull them. This I kind of get, but only because I'm in love with the Batmobile so far. So, or I just rediscovered my love of the Batmobile. So that one, yes and no. Yes and no. I could say more no than yes, but yes and no. These for artifacts, I'm a big fan of artifacts now because I just pulled a good one yesterday. But I'm leaning towards no on these as well. And no on these as well, because the value versus how much it costs to get the super encrypted token, it just doesn't equate. And as you can see, as I've bought all the super encrypted tokens, I don't have that much currency left. I bought Everything they had till it was sold out. I don't even know how much we were allowed to get, but I bought them all. I think it was like 20, maybe more. I don't know. And then I bought 4 of these to complete my Wonder Woman emblem. And then now I just have this. I don't think I've bought anything else from there now. So there you go. Hopefully that helps you out. 75% of all roles I've been cast in is that of the psychiatrist. So sit back on the couch, the doctor's in. I got a psychology degree. I'm gonna sit there and just talk to myself in the mirror. That's why I got it. I'm gonna save on therapy bills. Batmobile Evolution materials probably worth it for you. Because the Batmobile is good. That's what I was saying. Like, I'd rather do the pulls of the super encrypted. I'm leaning towards agreeing with you, Miss Saleh. I'm gonna say Miss Saleh. Miss Saleh. I'm tempted to agree with you. I'm really tempted to agree. Something you mentioned in the video, heal crit and bonus. So if you have heal crit but 0 heal bonus, do you get nothing extra? Here's the funny part, and this is the thing I was trying to make sure that it was clear. From what I understand of what they said about heal bonus, you get heal bonus whether you crit or not. The heal crit has nothing to do with the heal bonus, which is weird to me because what did I get here? Whatever. Because I read it multiple times in this thing, and you guys tell me, because I just put it in the video, you guys tell me hit crit, chance of defensive crit when casting heals or shields. Defensive crit is similar to crit. It enhances heals and shields. It does not tell you by how much. It just says that I have an 18% chance to do a heal crit with Kid Flash. Heal bonus, the additional percentage bonus effect dealt when the character casts a heal. Now, what's up, Mr. Tinty? When the character casts the heal, not when the character casts a heal and it crits or is a critical heal. It does not say that in there. It just says when a heal is cast, which makes me think that's just my bonus of heals. Like my heals are just going to be 15% more now because of that. Heal percentage is same as damage percentage for healing, it seems. So I'm saying, so like for me, the heal crit, if it's 18%, the only issue I have is what is the heal crit? You say the damage, but am I supposed to, that sounds weird that crit damage involves heal damage. You would think that heal crit would be heal bonus, but then they don't say when the character crits. Well, good. What you eating for lunch? I should no, don't tell me because I'm hungry. So I don't. To me, as I read this, I'll have the heal crits on them because it's kind of worth it now because with the multipliers, whatever, cool. But at the same time, I have heal bonus on all these heal sets. So I just want to max out all of this. And since I now know this heal bonus is 10%, that means I have 5 set. And as soon as I can find one with a heal set or heal bonus here, that's going in. So that means that I can increase my heals, my overall heals by 60%. That's nuts. So we would speculate that heal crit bonus percentage is similar as default crit damage. That's what I'm saying. Wait, hold on. We would speculate that heal crit bonus is the same as crit damage bonus. Okay, which I see, and I'm not debating that part of it, but you have to make that explicit. You have to say that outright, even if it's a little note, and I'm checking now because I was going to say, even if it's a note at the bottom, then I scroll down and it's right there at the bottom. But you got to make that clear when you have a thing called heal bonus and then heal crit, and then you have crit over here. Here is very clear. Heal crit, critical hit rate. Okay. Critical hit damage. Defensive crit when casting spells and shields. When a character casts a heal, it says nothing about crit in there. So then the next question I have is, what the hell is the heal crit bonus damage, but I don't even know what the word would be. And then when that happens, when you tell me like when you crit heal, it's gonna give you a 20% boost or whatever. That whole I don't know what the boost is from that crit heal, that heal crit. It's confusing me. I don't know what the boost is for that heal crit. And if it's the same as crit damage, just given the fact that the word damage is in direct opposition to the word heal, you have to say that explicitly somewhere. Ramen cup for lunch. Run out of stuff to do on the DC 10 minutes after reset. You got to get in here and experiment, my man. You got to get in here and experiment. See, yeah, that ramen cup looks like it's gonna hit hard for me too because they have these spicy ramen cups here that are like really spicy and they're really good. They're really, really good. I was actually eating it while watching Dragon Ball Super when who was the god of death? And they basically saved the earth by giving him a cup of noodles. I think early game heal crit is pointless. Just stack whatever stat bonuses and heal outputs you can on. I could agree with that. Then stack epic sub-stat bonuses to get a further boost to healing output. Heal crit is just a final bonus after attack. Yeah, I would agree. I could agree with that. I could see that. Relo. Heal gear is trash. How dare you, sir? Might be right. Someone said cup of ramen. Hey, man, we talk about ramen on this channel. We love ramen over here. Speed might be more valuable than crit heal. It is. But the reason why I have so much crit heals because, well, one, I was trying to experiment with it. But two, because I saw all of these damn things had heal bonus at the bottom. So if I have to choose between, and this is, I forgot to explain one thing. I forgot to explain something. What I've started doing also is I'm going to start doing 2 sets, maybe 3 sets for each character. So for example, I guess I'll explain this to somebody else or somewhere else in the video. Starfire. Starfire I have in speed and attack. The reason I have her in speed and attack is because she deals burns anytime she touches a person. Anytime she deals damage, she does burns. So I want her to get as many turns and as quick a turns as possible to get the burns out there and set up Superman and Superboy, right? Now, the burns are also based on attack. So it might behoove me to have 2 attack sets and 1 speed, depending on the situation. I am more leaning towards having higher attack and then speed on her so that her burns pop off have a bigger pop. But then maybe there's a situation where I need her to be above 214 to get out ahead of somebody, right? So basically what I've decided to do is I'm taking one of these craptastic common tunes and I'm keeping a change of clothes for Starfire on them. So when I go down here, instead of having to reestablish everything, I already know that this young lady right here, who is an extra in the movie that gets her head lopped off when Steppenwolf is coming for the thing in Justice League's Snyder Cut only. When I say Justice League, we only refer to the Snyder Cut or the animated movies. That other thing didn't exist. I already have her set up with 2 attack and 1 speed, so that way, if you see the comparison here, bop, 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 which I didn't even mean for it to work out like that. That's kind of cool. I can just exchange it directly and just I know that I have these sets set up for Starfire. That's how I'm doing it because there's too many situations that I've run into, and that's part of what I want to do with Ocean Master. And that's what I was going to do was experiment with Ocean Master now, which is have 2 a crit and attack on one side, and then have 2 attack and 1 crit on the other side, and then just go back and forth, switching them to see. Now with Ocean Master, as he does a bunch of counter attacks, right? Yeah, she has the red shirt on in Star Trek, 100%. She's the one who just walked out of the ship and said, like, today's my last day of work. I get to retire. Oh, you're going to have a sad ending. So basically, I can already have that stuff geared up and ready to go. I wanted to do it with Ocean Master and just do that whole crit versus attack thing and then try it out multiple times to see. Have you seen the recommended infographic? I have not. Not at all. I didn't know there was even one that existed, honestly. Because as much as I looked for stuff on this game online, there was like barely anything. And to be fair, it was before global release. So So basically, that is what I'm gonna try to do with Ocean Master now. I still have him in the damn block set. Thank you. You are awesome. I'm not gonna open that here though. I'm gonna open that later. I'm gonna open that later. Let me remove this thing because now I just added something to my desktop. Stop it. Head oof. Okay, so now this is wrong. This is wrong. Her Severance was to be severed. Uh-oh. Severance was a show like I kind of got into, but then it got too deep for me, like very quickly, because I immediately saw like how anxiety riddled these, like the whole situation was, like really, like the first two episodes, and I was like, I'm out. I'm out. It was a good show though for what I saw. It was just like, it was one of those things that was gonna just give me anxiety and bad dreams. Or I could already feel it. All right, so basically what I'm thinking is I want to put attack and crit on Orem. And I'm leaning towards the crit over the 2 crits and attack over the 1 crit and 2 attacks, despite the fact that he's a single target damage dealer, because he does so many counterattacks whenever you run him with anybody with gear. I got to save this link actually, just in case, well, I know it'll get pushed up. So let me go ahead and save this. And thanks, 32 people here at the moment. Only 11 likes. It's always... Thank you, Passing One. I love the people who watch me. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Always trying to big up me, even when I'm just like focused on talking to one person and just over explaining stuff that the person's like, I got it. I understand. The currency disappears. Chill out, bro. You said it for 5 minutes. So I appreciate y'all for real. Weasel is the best superhero. Mr. See, you trying me. You're trying. You've seen something in my videos, and you're trying me now. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Weasel is not the... I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Okay. I see what you're doing, man. I see what you're doing. Don't do that, Mr. Tenty. All right. So I'm going to put this on the side for the Discord. The infographic that Relo just sent. I'm going to put the Discord in here again because... I'm a silly man who always forgets to do that. I thought I pinned it to the top, but I guess I can't do that from, I guess I cannot do that from StreamerBot. Oh no, it says I've pinned it to the top in the YouTube. Ooh, that is not okay. All right, sorry. Whenever I say sorry like that, that is a direct reference to the Emperor's New Groove, when the Emperor is moonwalking backwards and he's like, oh, you threw off my groove. I'm sorry. You've thrown off the Emperor's groove. Sorry. That's what that is in reference to every time. All right, so I told y'all I love that movie. Let me go ahead and save that for myself. No, Robert, I think it's there for YouTube, but I don't think it stays there for Twitch for some reason. So, and I'm also going to put this over here so I don't have to keep doing that thing with my phone. All right, Shift J. All right, cool. If you could, when they crit, can you get the number so we can... No, well, this is the thing, too. This is what I'm about to do. No, I love the math. I just pulled DC Superman chances, chasing my lucks, even though I don't have my Wonder Woman yet, and I got him in my 5th pull. I'm buzzing. Well, congratulations on pulling your DCU. Legitimate is the best. Mr. Tenty. You doubled down on it? Robert, are you co-signing that Weasel is the best superhero? Is that what you're co-signing here? I'm not on a warpath because Mr. Tenty came at me with respect. He didn't say that something was ridiculous or hilarious and then have no basis of knowledge for it and got ripped apart. It's fine. He came at me with nothing but respect. He hits like a truck, takes a beating. He has carried me, but he also beats his teammates. Like, doesn't he bite the teammates? He got me through 8 chapters by far an 8. God, son of a... Okay. Do you watch the show Foundation based on the Isaac Asimov books? I have heard of that, actually. I have heard of that, but I never watched it before. You got to remember, I'm in Switzerland, so like we don't have like a lot of the stuff that we have. Like for example, our Netflix is different. The best Netflix in the world, from what I understand, is Canada, and it's all because of copyright issues. Um, Foundation. Let me write that down real quick. Foundation. Cool. All right, so listen, if you can't handle the truth, then I'm sorry. Uh, you know what? You know what? You know what? It's just the fact that I don't like people who hurt their friends. We should cherish the ones who are in our lives. And I feel like he abuses others to give himself an advantage. He's a true CEO. That is really hard. Love that movie. Yes, Emperor's New Groove is a yeah. No, no, Rob. Yeah, some people are gonna co-sign on it. Somebody was co-signing on it like 2 days ago, so don't worry. There's people in here who know. Seems like my progress has considerably slowed down. It does. It does. It does. It does. You're gonna do great. This is how all these games work. First 3, 4, 5 days, you're God. You're pushing through. You push, and then you hit one node. You're like, oh, this slowed me down for a little bit, and then you truck through it, and then you get stuck on a node for days, and you're trying to find a way through. They get the hooks in you. They get their hooks in you. Here's a little taste. Oh, it feels good, doesn't it? Here's a little more. Here's a little more. Oh, it's yummy, right? It's yummy, right? And no soup for you. He does, but if you use a team's ability, he only does 1 damage to the tank. Oh, man, he helps his friends with a nibble. That sounds like a line that somebody's going to give to a woman they want to have friends with benefits with. Yeah. Okay. So Sarashi, just keep your head. You'll get there. You'll get there. Try to find another mode in the game that you can work with. Maybe the digital universe. I'm gonna send that. I'm gonna send it to some of my friends. I help my friends with the nipple. That might be a line. Okay. Anyway, so I think I want to go ahead and try to put attack sets on arm. Exactly. That's the moment to be a mad scientist, is when you get slowed down. And that is also like going through it too fast, which for me personally, I end up getting bored if it stays that way and the game hasn't captured me in some other way, like with some other like harder game mode or something. But once you hit that wall, and I gotta think, the best feeling in gaming to me is when you've been banging your head into a wall, and then you finally get past it. And I'm so happy I could throw my phone across the room because I'm like, gosh, and I just start cursing at the phone like, you can't hold me down. I love that moment. It feels good. And if they do the game the right way to where it's just enough resistance, yeah. So we got a crit here with armor piercing. We do like that. We're going to do what here? I just put that crit on all those other people. Attack is on who? Damn, I was hoping like, Constantine. I was just about to say I was hoping Constantine had the attack. Do I want to take the crit off of... Here's the argument. Yeah, I do like the fact that it has a very, very long campaign. I don't see when I'm going to finish the campaign mode. I mean, there's 60 system recovery chapters. So that means there has to be at least 60 campaign nodes, right? I get tired of gacha games where I beat the campaign in like 3. Exactly. And then you're just stuck on like main boss farming or freaking PvP. And I love PvP and I love boss fights too. But can you put a little bit more work into the campaign, please? So that I'm not done with it in a week and a half. A week and a half of not even trying. Okay, so here's a question I have. Red Hood wants to crit anyway. So putting a crit body on him, is that even smart? I'm going to come back to that question later. And then I have this piece on Jessica Cruz, but she's doing well for me right now. So we're going to come back to that one as well. There's a lot of coming back to in this right now. I do have, no, these attacks going to stay with who they are with. I am going to use this attack set for, actually what I could do for real, is take that whole attack set that I built off for Starfire and put it on him. Because I can't remember. I think I put Starfire in She's in her strength kit right now. Are you using a crit neck on anyone? Neck? Um, no, 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 no. I just did a video where if you're doing epic, and Max, actually, thank you for the shout. If you're doing epic, this part right here, this third substack is not static. It changes. So for example, and this is what I should be doing actually, because I don't like Constantine. I'm glad. Thank you for that reminder. I don't know. I know you didn't intend to do it, but you just did. Replace. I want this one because this has block break as the third stat, whereas this one has HP bonus. So I don't need the HP bonus on Ocean Master unless I'm trying to improve his survivability. I would rather have the block break so that his attacks don't get blocked as much when I finally do level it up. So yeah, I thought they were static stats too up until like I knew that some changed on like the accessory and the comm. I did not even notice that they changed on the third when you get to epic here. So that was a big revelation for me too today. And you came like 30 minutes after I just made a video about it. Have you seen Creature Commandos? I have not, and I never finished. What was that other HBO show? Where the ending of season 1 really got me out of it. Wasn't it like a giant cockroach? It has the robot guy. It has the woman who has like 1,000 personalities. What was the name of that show? I remember liking the first season, but it went off the walls, like for real. But I remember liking the first season. Let's see. So attack and crit. Of course, armor piercing and attack. That would be nice on him. Armor piercing and attack. The one with Brandon Fraser, where Brandon Fraser, yeah, is the race car driver who gets into a really bad accident and they put his brain in a robot. I cannot remember the name of that team to save my life. Cyborg is on it, but like the really short Cyborg, not the Doom Patrol. Thank you. You guys are awesome. That was going to bug me all damn day. Oh, jeez. Thank you. Y'all are greatly appreciated. Damn. It was right there on the tip of my... I kept wanting to say Suicide Squad for some damn reason. And I guess because they're both teams of misfits or whatever. But like, oh, it was going to drive me crazy. Thank you. You guys are awesome. This whole building him a crit attack set is not working. And part of it is because I got a lot of that stuff on this lady right here who's giving me 2 sets. And I may not be able to go that extensive on Starfire. I may just need to bite the bullet and remove that stuff from her and maybe replace these crit sets here. Let's see. Maybe that's what I have to do. And then just know that Ocean Master and Starfire can be interchangeable. Oh, no, because I had a speed set on her. That was it. It was speed and attack. It wasn't attack and crit. Who did I have? Oh, Damien? All elite, though. Dadgum. Do I need to go shopping? When do I start getting gold gear? Very good question. I wish to God I could remember. Artifacts artifacts you get at chapter 18, right? What chapter are you at now, Mr. Tinty? I want to say it's somewhere in the teens, but I don't know for sure. Does anybody have that? Because if not, then I can look that up real quick. I can check that real fast because I have my handy dandy tablet right here. So I don't have to worry about messing up the processing speed and the RAM on this computer, which I thought was new enough, but looks like I have to buy another one. But what we don't want is this whole haptic feedback sound that they have. Stuck on 1415, okay. I want to say Gold Gear came around the same time as when I got artifacts. Yo, okay, I always have to remove that sound. That sound drives me up a wall. No, sir. Actually, all that can go away. Yep. Yep, okay. Maybe I should have used my phone. Let's see. All right. Stuck on chapter 16 for like a week. Finally just cleared it. There you go. Good for you then. Good for you. And Robert's on 14:18. So you just made it past where Mr. Tinty stuck. It's clear main stories. The game progressively. First Elite, then Epic, and later Epic plus Epic 1, 2 typically. Yeah, that's not true. It's telling me like between chapters 10 and 15. I guess that means chapter 15. None of this is true. AI, you might suck nowadays. I think you've been fed too much bad information. All right, so my team is approaching level 140. There you go. That's what's up. Sup, Taha? How you doing? Welcome to the stream where we are over here just hanging out, acting a fool. Been funneling resources to Wonder Woman, which is a very, very, very good investment. Do that. Try to maintain, but definitely do that. There is nothing wrong with putting as many resources as you can. Try to keep it balanced, like for real, but that's a great investment. Do that. I may downgrade Two-Face here. I like Two-Face a lot, but I think I need him rank 8, and Ocean Master is just too damn powerful for me to be like, nah, we can leave that piece on Two-Face. Like, it just doesn't compute. I'm trying to think of anyone else with attack. Red Hood I want to develop further. Starfire's too good for me. Superman and Batman can't do it. Crit, Wonder Woman, duh. Green Arrow, another duh. Two-Face is the logical change there. If I have another crit helmet, this crit helmet here is going to be 454. God, that's low. And then this one is 2. All right, so then I'm going to use this one for Two-Face. Can't believe I still got... Yeah, no wonder he sucks right now. Replace. And then we go back up to Two-Face, and we will take this off of him. Replace. Now, let me see. That one does come with block. I would prefer that that has crit resistance. That's not what I'm looking for. This is really good on Wonder Woman. It's block break. So that means that when she attacks, when I do level it up, she has an increased chance of breaking through blocks. When Ocean Master blocks, does he proc his... That was the thing. I was asking that question, and several people have told me so far that he does not. I've tried to literally like watch it and see what happens, and I haven't seen him do it. I really want it to be the case, but I mean, as you can see, I had him in block sets, so that's what I was like kind of aiming for. But it seems like that's a just big old no. He doesn't. So you could send him in solo fights, something and test. Where can you? Oof, damn, that is a smart idea. Son of a bee, where were you? And actually, all I have to do is just replace this helmet, and then I could go do it real quick. But the problem is that in solo fights, I need a very, very, very small team to go up against, and I can't go backwards. And that is one of the downsides of this game. I really wish, because people ask, as you've seen, I'm stuck on 14:15. I'm stuck on 18:30. What team did you use? And I was like, that was like 2 weeks ago. I barely remember what I had for lunch yesterday, so I'm damn sure not gonna remember what I did that many stages ago. So I really, really wish they would let you go back, and then I could at least look at the team and see what was up. Where can I solo fight with him right now? I think he's at 20-something% block. 26. Okay. So then can I solo him a system recovery at an older node where he's going to be... We can give that a shot. And then I'm going to check out who the person who just said they came here from DC Legends. I saw it, but I'm going to do this first real quick before I reply to you. So sorry. Here we go. I mean, chapter 20, I'm on chapter 22 as it stands. So the furthest I can go back is chapter 20. We're going against a bunch of, nope, they could beat us relatively quickly. I need a bunch of tactical. I mean, I guess this is okay. Maybe this is okay. All right, guys, we're going to do some crazy stuff. All right, let's see. He blocked. He is not countered yet. Up. Killed him too fast. He blocked one time and it did not, and he didn't attack. You just need to see him do it like multiple blocks. Give me like 2 or 3 blocks and then I know. Phantom, just keep making shields, dog. And now Phantom goes and kills Ocean Master. Yep. Alright. I don't know what way I can, unless I just put, if I put anybody else, what other game mode could I do this in? So Objective Observer, what's up? Here from DC Legends. I haven't downloaded DC Dub C. Do you think this game has more staying power? This is the argument I've made before, is that Evil Falls, I can't go backwards in Evil Falls. That's the other thing. Like Evil Falls, I'm at level like 15 right now, and so if I take him in there solo, he dies in one shot. Honestly, I think the game, if they manage it right, I think the game could last 5 to 6 years, which is a good run. No game is going to last forever. I would like it to last for a little while. I think it could. I've fallen in love with it, and I haven't burned myself out on it yet. And I burn myself out on games really quickly if they're not good or don't have staying power, like really fast. I will bail in a second. What's the other? Maybe Digital Universe. Since I did finish this, I can go back to this one, right? He might murder them way too fast. Let's see. DC, you can't replay that. You can do the boss fight again, and maybe that gets me killed. I think, though, me going against this guy, 4,000, right. The boss does scale slowly, but what does the boss start at is the issue. Let me go back. Maybe you're right. What is his level starting at? It's 106. Okay. So you guys were right. I was wrong. Let me see. Maybe we can do this. Maybe we can do this. Maybe we can do this. Honestly, though, and I figured this out with that other thing, with the other, with Superman DCU and that. Maybe I can use this as a testing ground for as many things as possible, and just keep it pushing. All right, so they won't kill each other immediately. So no block. And even if he, but he's gonna scale on that. 797, that's it. He blocked 2 or 3 times. That was just one attack because it was his turn. His turn. No block. His turn. No block. Do your ultimate, bruh. 3 blocks. Yeah, he doesn't respond when he gets hit, when he blocks. He had 3 blocks there, and it still was just one attack based off his turn. So, I mean, this is a good place to test. Good job. Why would I turn off auto? I only care about the counters. I don't care about his him actually attacking or clearing anything. Where was I? I think this game is more free to play. To be fair, it is more free to play friendly. And also because like the deals themselves are expensive, but not restrictive to me in the sense of like, damn, now there's such a big advantage for everyone else that I'm screwed because I didn't spend $200 on Superman. You know what I mean? I never mess with the equipment. I just hit the auto button. Yeah, I do just hit the auto button. I like the auto for some reason. I like it better. But Enzo, like I only take off the auto when I'm like really stuck and I need to get past it. Otherwise, I keep auto. But in this thing, we were just trying to test to see if he would counter. And I think that's a pretty conclusive no, right? Does anybody debate that I should try that again? I think that's a pretty conclusive no. So basically, Ocean Master was a monster and I had him built wrong. There's a conclusion to that story. So now I would love to build him in nothing but attack and crit. So much so that I'm tempted to take it off of Red Hood. And I do like Red Hood. There's an attack bonus here and everything. But Red Hood, I'll take him rank 8 tomorrow if I pull him. Actually, one more thing. I can check in Evil Falls shop. And see, I don't think I have any attack helmets in there, right? No, I got this crit piece, though. And there is an attack helmet here, but a lower level one. And there is an attack shoulder, but I think I got one. We got crit, we got crit. Okay. Here's a question I have. I do only want to go for the epic one pieces, but getting this stuff may be very useful. Even if I just migrate it down to the tunes I'm not using as much. Okay, so I'm definitely getting this though. This isn't debated. Right? Yeah, whatever. I hope it's a good piece though. Come back. Ah, damn it. I wanted to see what the stats were on it. Helmet and shoulder. Where you at? He already has a shoulder. The helmet we were going to replace with this thing. A crit helmet with attack bonus and block down at the bottom. Which could be good for now. So we just did this one. What does this piece have on it? HP. Damn it. I needed attack. I needed attack. Like the one that's on friggin'. She has armor piercing, crit, and attack. If Ocean Masters run our money more, but I do need... Okay, whatever. I'm going to just leave that on her. She does not benefit from HP at all, but there's still crit and armor piercing here, so I'm just going to replace it here. Oh. Well, he didn't counter for himself. However, this is also answers our questions about Bloodsport. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because the wording is different. The wording in Ocean Masters is when his allies are attacked. That's where the debate came in. When an ally blocks an attack. For Bloodsport, it says when the team is attacked. Isn't he part of the team? So I don't know if it answers it definitively. However, I would recommend that you do the same thing I just did. I sent a DM in Discord. I appreciate you, Rello. So I would still test Bloodsport. As a matter of fact, I may try to pull Bloodsport tomorrow and then do this same test because I can use this Superman thing to test a bunch of stuff. Now, that whoever's idea that was, I want to give you big ups, big props to that. Superman event. Miss Ale. I'm going to Miss Ale. Miss Sale. Sure. Missile? All right. But this was a good idea. And this I'm going to try to exploit multiple times so I can go ahead and... Damn, it's already... What time is it? Ugh. This I'm going to try to exploit multiple times. So I can test out characters. So great idea. I really appreciate it. Let's go here. I need to replace this. And this is the one that I could also buy there. Constantine. But it's HP. It's not even worth me stealing from you, bruh. HP. Attack. I need better comm devices. And then attack here. Why? Oh, because I made the mistake. Another mistake. Well, no, this wasn't a mistake because it was an attack piece. I gave Jessica Cruz some good stuff, dog. It's my love for Latinas, man. All right, so... I'm so glad my homegirl Alessia does not watch this channel. Because as much as I say stuff like that, she's going to be like, Obi, I'm going to need you to stop. Oh, shit. Anyway. Maybe Miss... Oh, Miss Allie. Much better. Sorry. Wrong. I'm not strong enough to use Superman as a testing ground. My heroes are only about 60K. Ah, dang. So you appreciate the testing. Well, I'm here to do it. I'm good with it. I love testing. I love the nerdiest thing. Wow, why aren't the women banging down my door saying, take me now? because I love doing video game testing and data science research on games. The hell. All right, anyway. And I'm only upset because that's something I genuinely said with like no real pause and was like, no, that's how I feel. Anyway, so let's go ahead and replace this with another crit piece. HP. Y'all just hate me, man. Oh, why couldn't you give me attack? I mean, it's not like I got a choice now. There's a whole bunch of block on here. What do you have here again? Yeah, that's block, and attack bonus. Okay. Block, attack bonus. Man. Okay. Well, there's that. And now I'll replace this with attack. Although I already had a crit helmet here. And I'm tempted to go ahead and just replace the crit helmet and then take this out and replace this with attack. Okay. Yeah. But this is the one I had saved for Starfire. Is there another attack there? Probably not. Oh, wait. I thought I had it saved for a Starfire, but she already has one here. So this is a screw up. Hooray for screw ups. Replace. This has defense and armor piercing, though. That would have been nice to keep. And I will keep it. So this, we go here. I'm going to do this missile. Aha. Okay, cool. Thanks. Next, y'all going to start calling me Aladdin. Or maybe Al, or maybe it's just Den. Or how about Laddie? Because you put percentage on getting coffee. This is true. This is true. Got to get that cup of coffee. You're right. I've been wrong all. Yeah. Missile. All right. All right, here we go. So now I'm going to put this attack piece. And the reason why I'm so hesitant for the elite pieces, the reason why I'm like heeing and hawing and so much like, oh no, is because I'm hesitant to even level up regular epic pieces. I'm basically refusing to upgrade elite pieces by this point. I have a lot of them. I'm going to, as soon as I get to the next stage where I start getting epic 2, then epics are no longer going to be upgraded, and I'll only upgrade epic 1 and epic 2. And then elites will just be used as fodder to upgrade and strengthen those. So outside of maybe leaving some of them on elites, but I think even then I need to put elites in epic if I want to use like a black canary or whatever. So I'm really hesitant to do the attack here, which I have to. I'm just talking through it like an idiot. I'm really hesitant to do it because I know I'm not going to strengthen them. I'm actually just going to wait until I get like better pieces and then replace them. Which almost has me thinking there was an attack epic that was in that shop, but this already has the armor piercing on it and it's already been upgraded. So I'm going to leave it. It leaves them slightly weaker, but it is what it is. So now when we back out and we can do this testing now, it is going to be crit chance is 15%, which I wish was better. All this crit and we got a 15% crit chance. If I upgrade this, that's another 6, I think. Nope, that's attack bonus. Nope. Crit here if I take this up 5. Block, okay. I probably don't even have enough to take it up to 6. Ugh. Oh, no, I do. Okay, we can do that. I said I was going to put, but I need to stop. Because I said that all of these resources were going to go into the heal set for, crit up by 7. That's nice. We appreciate you. Wait a sec. I don't have enough gold. Because I attempted to put the crit there. So that's up by 7. So that just boosted up automatically to 22. That's what's up. How much crit does necklace primary stat give? Depends. Let me find a necklace with the primary stat of, I don't think I have a necklace with primary stat crit. Do I? I think I have with primary stat attack. And then I had this HP percentage for Superman, which that felt like a lucky ass pull. That was awesome. I only have one that's purple, really. I think that for some of these primary stats, when they get into this stuff for the accessories, I think that they definitely have a ranking over which ones are the best. Yeah, I don't see one that I have that's that. Um, four. The increase is 4%. Is that on an epic piece or is it on a elite piece or epic one? Base purple neck was 5.8%. Wow. Wow. Let's do a little bit more of that research. Hold up. Oh yeah, there you are, right there, 4% on the elite piece, the elite one, and this is HP. Mm. Oh, and all of okay, that's two I have. What is I'm doing? But I don't want to put any more investment into elite pieces. Kind of curious about Epic One piece at 15. Me too. Me too. I'll have to take it up to 12, level 12 actually. Um, Honestly, I'm curious about that crit stat coming through. Well, no, because then that crit's going to increase. So part of it is don't upgrade purples. You are potentially getting an epic. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Missile. I'm kind of like I want to do it because I'm curious. Truth be told, I'm more curious about where that goes as opposed to like equipping it. But I genuinely don't have the goal to do it right now. But damn, that's a sexy piece. Son of a bee. Son of a bee. All right. And I really wish, hold up, quality. I wish you could filter by, sort by attribute. Do you give me, I mean, it says attack and attack bonus. It's, ooh, crit. Okay. So I just sorted by crit. So that gives crit 7, but is it going to give me any, oh, I was just about to try to use my arrows in my computer. Dadgummit, to go left and right. Ooh, and I did put that on Bane. 5% on an epic one piece if you get crit, by the way. I did put that on Bane. Okay. I could see myself doing that and keep it pushing and not even realize how awesome that piece was. Damn. Oh, this attack one. Oh, yeah, it's just HP. That's why it's there. Okay, so we can sort by crit. Block percentage would be nice. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do now is now that we know all that other stuff, and now I have a bunch of things going on in my head about what I'm about to do. If I still sort this by crit, it does shift it. Now these pieces are not gonna have crit, but they'll probably have crit somewhere in the substat. This one doesn't. Heal bonus, heal bonus, heal bonus. So I only have one piece. Oh wait, no, that has a crit down to the bottom. So then I guess it's just that there is no body that I have that has crit, and so it's going to sort it by the next thing, which is HP. Yeah, that was already done. This, yeah, HP, HP, HP. Okay, all right, we see. I never get crit on epic. Well, I mean, on this one, this is the only one I have. This block crit. It's not sorting it by crit though. How dare you, sirs? You told me you were sorting this by crit. You lied. This one's crit percent. So they're floating around out there, but I think they also make it come on with all these dadgum Valley Girl words. I think they make it so that those when you're doing the pulls, because when you go back to the shop and you're doing Evil Falls, when you come to this piece, it doesn't tell you. It's all random. So then you get what you get when you draw it. And I think that those percentage pieces are like the legendaries for drawing a character, for drawing a tune, as they should be. Because you give me a percentage anything, and that gets a percentage elite piece to me is going to be more valuable than a non-percentage epic piece. Which I have to think about it so hard. It's just that I assume that I'm going to get eventually a percentage epic piece, so I don't want to waste the resources right now. To the Discord, there's a graph with all the possible trait each piece can have depending on the rarity and the class. Yo, the substats are guaranteed from Evil Fall Shop. No, they're not. They're not guaranteed, Missile. Discord on the Okay, cool. Thank you, Taha. I'm gonna check that out for sure. And let me go ahead and copy that and add that to my notes of what to check later because I am obsessed with this game. Okay. Can you sort the table by? Oh, you just. Hey, Natalie, what's up? I just saw you pop in. My bad. I was too busy focusing on giving myself a headache. Yeah. So yeah, just sorted by crit to search easier. But the thing is that like when I saw it, it didn't seem as though it was sticking to that. If that makes sense. But I think you just saw it. If you joined at that point, I think you would have seen it. Yeah. Okay. So now let's go ahead and try to test Ocean Master. It would have been smarter if I had done this. Hey, donde eres? Está aquí. Okay, so metal, steel, fight. Let's see how you do. Do I get to skip this battle? Cool. We'll do that. And I want to see what his damage looks like. Stats up. So we did 220k damage with 190 shields, and then the reinforcements helped out a little bit. Which, funny enough, he lasted long enough for the reinforcements. So what I'm gonna do is grab my handy dandy notebook. Definitely a 90s kid. So under his 2x crit, 1x attack, which we're gonna have to do this kind of like haphazardly because I can't exactly match up exactly switching the attacks up. So we're gonna have to kind of take that with a grain of salt. 220k, and then when I go to Ocean, let me go back. Then tap to continue. When I go back to, can I go in there and just? No, I can't. I have to go back all the way back to characters. This is kind of lame. When I go back to Ocean Master here, I'm gonna take the quick stats of his attack being at 27 or 24k. So we're gonna give it 24.6. Okay. And then his crit was at what, 22? Crit is at 22%. All right. And then he did 220 in damage, right? Right. So now I'm going to do the cheat code. Should I do the cheat code? I think I'll do the cheat code. I think I have, hey, replace. I think Starfire has similar gear to him, although she's in speed. I keep forgetting that she's in speed. So let's find somebody else who has two. Oh, yeah. She has all that. So we got one elite, one elite. I mean, it's kind of, but not really. What's up, Dean? How you doing? We're doing well. I'm over here just acting a clown through mathematics. Okay, so we took it off Jessica Cruz. We got 2 attack and then 1 crit. We're gonna run this at Superman. My attack has gone up a lot to 27k. And where's my crit at? If my crit's at the same, we got a problem. My crit's at 15.5. That's not a big drop off. I feel like this is gonna be much better. 15.5. I feel like this set's gonna be much better. But we will see. We will see. We will see. All right, Medal of Superman. All right, so here we go. Testing. Sarashi, above the level needed to unlock the next vehicle first. Yeah, Sarashi, I agree with that. The bat cycle is at 119 and finally starting to wrap up. And I think this is a thing that luckily, let's go ahead and do this. I think this is a thing that luckily I didn't have happen, but could have very, very easily happened. And I think it's because I was pursuing through Digital Universe. You're going to run into a thing very quickly where I did something stupid because I wasn't paying attention. You're going to run into a thing where you're going to start to try to unlock other vehicles that are not the Batmobile or like epic ones. So the next one is the next one TT? No, the next one's the mirrors. So when you have to unlock the mirrors, they're going to say you need your bat cycle up to a level of 90. Then you can unlock the mirror along with the little thing. Then you're going to get the TT. TT is the tiger. The tiger, you're going to need to have your mirror up to level 120 in order to unlock the tiger. I've already complained about it in like a couple videos. I do not like it, but it is what it is. So be careful on, right to Taha's like point. Be careful of spending those resources on the bike. What's the damage? 255. The damage is 255. I mean, we're talking about a 10% increase in extra 35K based off that. I don't know that that's like a wow, but it's not nothing. I would rather keep that gear on. I would rather keep that gear on Jessica Cruz. I'm still not sure about whether Here's another question: do the counterattacks actually should be drawing tattoos, but getting my kid ready for to go to school? That I understand. But I'm wondering if, because one thing I did not see as well is if the counterattacks, and maybe we can do that here too and test that as well. This is gonna be fun. Somebody gave me a great idea, and now I'm gonna use it. Bane is in a block set. Where's Nightwing, yo? Nightwing's in a block set. Hey, Batman, get out of here. This is not your movie. Okay, so. Yeah, we want... Oh, and they're all going to stun anyway, so they won't even, like, hurt him that much. So what I want to see here is... I want to try to see if his counterattacks crit. I did not see that last time. Oh, wait. It would have helped if, you know... Well, let's see what the attack is anyway. 878. Oh. How you love that? Okay. So going back to it, I actually want to see his attacks go off like that. Also to help me figure out if I'm doing the right thing with Bane. Because Bane is a complete experiment. He's 100% an experiment what I'm doing with him right now. I do not know if it's good or not. So actually, I have been leveling up the mirror slowly. It's already at 20. Okay, good. So not putting all my eggs in a single basket. There we go, Sarashi. Very good. Try him on a block team to see how much it enhances his damage. That's what I was checking now. That's crazy damage jump when you added tanks that proc his counterattack. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Like you'll see here, he has immune now, but when he blocks, and this is why this is like the third day I've been on this Ocean Master Nightwing thing. It's so good, is that the second he gets hit, and the thing is now he's doing that immunity thing, which you suck, bro. The second that he does his ultimate attack or whatever, whenever Superman is going to do that, Orm just hits back. And he's going to just keep hitting him and keep hitting him. It's awesome. So there's one tune that works well with just about everyone, especially crit or bleed teams. You guessed it. Oh, God. You're going to keep bringing up this Weasel thing. I think you're my new guy who's... Because the other person that the other thing they were bringing up was Constantine. I can't stand Constantine either. If you upgrade decoration, it helps with your character's experience and goal. Haven't heard you talk about it. Because I was genuinely unaware, Koopa, because I saw it for 1,000 and somebody brought up having it and why I hadn't done it. And I was like, because I thought it was purely cosmetic. When I get done with this testing, I'll go look at it right now. Constantine is free to play, hyper carry because you get 3 copies free. Oh no, you get not copies, but you get you can rank them up to rank 8 like for free. And I still don't do it. Yeah, Weasel eats Constantine, and Constantine makes sure that he dies by reducing his HP by 15%. If they give me Weasel, I'm gonna try it out, but I'm not chasing him. I'm not. I'm gonna keep it tall. Keep it a buck. I believe you. But, but it's so hard for me to get past the damage thing. It is. And the thing is that right now, if I took Constantine up to rank 8, I would do so much better in Deathstorm's event. He just, so much that he can't because of the immune thing. So I get it, but look at how many attacks he just did on that. It's just nuts. I would do so much better in that event if I would just rank up Constantine to rank 8. I have him at rank 6. with 95 of his frags sitting there because I'm not ranking him up. Um, I just there's something just fun. It just bothers me. It bothers me that they damage their own team. I think it's a fundamental like nails on a chalkboard that just bugged the hell out of me. You think best sets for Superman would be 4 attack? If you're talking about Superman DCU, yes. If you're talking about Superman OG, I would go 2 crits and 1 attack. However, because Superman DCU also has like has 6 attacks on it. Nah, single burst. 6 attacks there. Crit on 2 crit sets and 1 attack would not be bad on Superman DCU, but I personally would prefer the 2 attack sets and 1. Oh, you said speed set. I said crit set, 1 speed set. Quick question. If you're talking about Superman DCU, this is for Gucci VZ. If you're talking about Superman DCU or OG Superman, I need to know which one you're talking about, if you don't mind, and then I can give you that. If you put him with Pandora, she solves that. I know, Sarashi, I know. He crits on his counters, FYI. Cool, appreciate it. So he stays in this crit set. Thank you, Mike V. I'm not seeing any crits in the counter he's doing. And that was the thing, too. I didn't see it. I was trying to see if there would be crit shots. Using his team ability, he doesn't hurt them. When you get him, I will be here to watch. Don't worry. You better be here to watch. All this noise you've been kicking up in here about Weasel. If he comes out here and doesn't perform, I'm going to stare at the camera like this and be like, hey, Tinty, what you tell me? So you better be here. Anyone run DCU with block HP? No. Missile? Why would you do block HP? Oh, I see. Because you're trying to make him tankier so that he resists so he survives longer? Oh, and you have Superman DCU. Okay, so let me go back here because I need to check on his advanced attack. I usually, unless it's a healer, somebody puts up shields. The only time I want to put speed is if there is like an added benefit to the advanced attack. Or like with Starfire, she puts burns out on all her attacks. So I want her in speed and doing that as fast and as much as possible. With Superman DCU, whom I do not have. Let's go to the character files. Where you at, homie? Mr. Skinny Legs. All right, so this is his basic, I'm assuming, right? Isn't this his advanced attack? Speeding bullet. Blast all enemies with a sonic boom, inflicting a stack of dampen. Ooh, you're putting out a new debuff that I don't know about. That's his advanced attack, right? Speeding bullet. This is a passive, and this is a passive. I'm guessing this is the basic, so this must be his special. What is his base speed? I don't have his stats. Dadgummit. I'm leaning towards saying you're right. The idea being, and this is what I was just about to say about Star Sapphire. Star Sapphire, and what's her face? Zatanna. Star Sapphire, on her advanced attack, the first thing she does is she stuns an enemy. She picks one, she stuns them. Zatanna, what she does on her advanced attack is that she gives everybody frantic, and then the highest damage dealer double. His speed is 200, not the fastest, but not the slowest. So the reason why you may want to put speed on him is so that he gets out and puts out dampen, right? Get that buff out there really fast. Now, problem is that the characters that have dampen also on their kits or that would benefit from it, I think, are Guy Gardner and Mr. Terrific. I'm not even sure that Guy Gardner does benefit from it. I think it's only Mr. Terrific. Where is Guy Gardner? I don't think Mr. Terrific is in the game yet. Does he benefit from dampen at all? Just to double check. Yeah, he has this thing called interference. He doesn't have dampen. So I think Mr. Terrific is the one that has dampen. So if you're going to try to get that dampen out, and that dampen is like some kind of frostbite thing where you hit and they get weaker, they get, deep, whatever, then I get putting a speed set, maybe 2 speed sets, because 200 isn't fast per se. And if you do the speed, only the 1 speed set, it takes them up to what? Like, it's only 8 bonus, so it's like takes them up to 208. Yeah, it's only plus 8 on speed, so you're taking them up to 208. And I think the base speed of a lot of characters would beat that. Like the base speed of, he's a Flash. Fair. Hold up. Where's Wonder Woman at? Yeah, hers is 202. So 208 would beat that. You can get ahead of that damage dealer. That would be cool. Let's go with Batman. I'm just doing it randomly. His base speed is 194. Slow. You could definitely kick his ass. Who else? Rando. I know Zatanna's pretty fast, actually. Right? Oh, no, she's slow as... Oh, because I got all this speed on her, so she's not fast. So maybe one speed set would be okay. I might even lean towards two if your priority is getting that dampen out. So there you go. But maybe the two attacks would probably be better. Or you can go... No. I would say two attacks and then the speed. Okay, there we go. That's me thinking through it. Bowl Cut has crazy damage ratios on paper. He does. And that's the thing. Like, I want to try him out. I'm just not spending $50 for him. Seriously, WTF? Were they thinking that the guy, Pack Holy, they triggered me? Look. I agree. I do agree. However, I will also say this. They're going to give you a chance on the 24th to pull him for free in that banner. And then after that, he's gone and we don't know when he comes back into regular recruitment. Because he's only going to be running from, no problem, Gucci. It's only going to be running for 7 days for you to pull. Which is why if you're trying to save your tokens right now, like, and this is the debate I have. This is a genuine debate I have with myself. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Motherbox, I do save these tokens. I don't know if you saw my last video for my weekly opens. I save once I get Bane and Red Hood, which I got Bane late in the week, last week, whatever. So then I didn't have a chance to save up as many, right? Now this resets in 6 hours. What I will do, well, not in 6 hours because I'll be asleep, but what I will do, and I might be awake. What I will do in 6 hours is then I'll run these. I'll change these desired to, I think it's going to be Red Hood and Bloodsport right now. I'll change these desired. And then, in fact, I can just go ahead and check real quick myself just for my, you won't even let me look. Y'all mean. Oh, no, they let me look. You're not so mean. I would change it to whoever. Ooh, maybe even Pandora. It doesn't matter. I would change it and then run it. The problem with that thought process is, no. That's what we're talking about. The problem with doing this right now is I'm planning on, I save up. After I get my two desired, I save up the tokens until the weekly reset of the desired, and then I pull them all there. I'll have 20 by tomorrow, and then I'll pull all 20. If I have 50, I'll just go wait and do it all then, right? The problem with this and Guy Gardner is going to be part of a limited time banner starting on the 24th, where he's going to be a 30% increased chance to pull him, right? If that's the case, should I wait until the 24th, which is an extra 2 days, to go for Guy Gardner, a tune that I know maybe he's good, maybe he's not, or do I keep developing these characters? Additionally, remember this. When I get Guy Gardner, I'm going to need to pull him 3 times, 4 times to rank him up 7, 8, so I can actually use him. Otherwise, I just have a rank 5 tune that I can't use. And after his limited time event, they're taking him away from all recruitment, and you won't be able to recruit him until we don't know when. They're not saying when they're going to put him back into the regular recruitment stuff. He's going to have his own special banner. They did this with the Bride, and I think they just, because when I started, the Bride had her special event, and I think the Bride is legendary. Is the Bride legendary or epic? Let me check the pool. Yeah, she's legendary. Okay, so when I got into the game, the Bride was going through her event. Then the Bride's event ends, and I think it was like literally I was 1 week into the game. They just added the Bride to the legendary pool like last week. So no, Miss, I know she seems very meh, but my point is like the amount of time between the event and the character not being in the recruitment pool to when they actually get the character. So that means that if I'm pulling Guy Gardner, I gotta hope that I'm gonna get Guy Gardner like 3-4 times, so I can rank him up to a level where I can actually use him. Because if he's rank 6, he's useless to me. I can't use rank 6. It's really hard for me to use rank 6 characters, right? My Batman is rank 8 right now. So basically, It is, do I save up these tokens and have 30 or 40, right? And then along the way for that 7 days that the event's going on, keep pulling and hoping I can get Guy Gardner for one time 30%, knowing that I can do it again next week for the desired stuff is different. I still get them, but like I said, with Bane, I started on the Tuesday. I didn't get Bane until the Saturday. So then what if that happens with Guy Gardner and I do all that pulling and I get Guy Gardner, you know, on the 5th day before it resets. Now I've used all those tokens to get Guy Gardner at rank 5. Can't even use Guy Gardner, and now I don't have the other desires that I wanted. That's where I'm thinking right now. Where was it? Here's the thing. Unless you are running a team that he would specifically fit in, he is not worth it. I think he would fit in my Jessica Cruz, like the Shields team that I would build, basically. As far as ranking him up, you can use the universe. That is true, Sarashi. You could use the universal ones. However, I'm going to use the universal ones on legendaries. Like I have 20 frags of Sinestro right now, and 9 of the universal. I think it's called 8th metal. I'm going to use the other 11th 8th metal to take my legendary Sinestro up to rank 8. I'm not going to use it on an epic. And then I can't even use that other like freebie thing where you get to this thing. I keep describing stuff like I can't just show you the damn example. That's how ridiculous I am. And he won't even be in this thing where I can like, there we go, where I can like select the characters I want to get the frags from. He won't even be in that. He just won't be in the game to get. I guess Gardner is why Lex got nerfed. Then why was Superman DCU trash? Oh man, they should have nerfed Wonder Woman. Oh, don't you? I should not have even put that in the universe. Don't you do that? Leave Wonder Woman alone. We will revolt. Let's see what's up. Hope I get Guy Gardner. Yep. Well, I mean, once you use, and this is the other part of it too. This is the other part. Giuliano. This is the other part about the thing that sucks with the 40 tickets, and then you get a guaranteed summon. I have had that happen, and people have seen me do it on the video as recently as last week, where you get to your guaranteed epic, and you got to remember, it's still only a 30% chance, which is a good chance over the long haul, but within a 1 week span, you get to that 40th, that guaranteed epic, and it's not Guy Gardner. Now what? You see what I mean? Man, I got 120 frags of Constantine today. Shall I upgrade him to level 8 or not? Okari, I'm not the one you should ask. I'm not the one you should ask because I genuinely do not like Constantine and the whole concept. Ask Tinty. Mr. Tinty would probably be like, upgrade him and upgrade anything that punches you in the face. No. Constantine is good. He does run well. I'm not a fan of his mechanic, but I cannot deny that he is a very good damage dealer. What's going on over here? I cannot deny. Wait, what? When did I do that? Huh? When did I do that? Okay. I was just talking. I didn't even know. I mean, I'll take it, though. What is it? You disappear too fast. What is that? I need to know what that is. 2830. Not happening today. But he is good. A lot of people sing his praises. He's not as good as he was before global release, but he's probably the best non-legendary tactical damage dealer in the game, albeit I'm loving Jessica Cruz at rank 8. So I cannot say that taking him to rank 8 is a bad idea. I can say that I am very, very resistant to doing it, and I may have to cave soon. Well, the problem we run into, does Guy Gardner banner have desired summons also? Good question, Missile. I don't know. I would assume no. However, given you guys the explanation I just had, I'm tempted not to pull for Guy Gardner and just wait till he's in the regular recruitment. His kid is all about shields, right? That's what I thought, which is why I think he would run well with Lex and especially Jessica Cruz. Jessica Cruz wants to run with all lanterns. She needs shields to be her best. And John Stewart, his kid. Oh yeah. Okay, so then his kid is auto crit. I mean, basically. As a player, no rush on Guy. Enough characters do what you need to do as it is. As a content creator, that's an investment. And that, I literally said that yesterday. I literally said that yesterday about how, like, what I'm going to do with the Super Fun Pack and why I don't feel very comfortable. And if you guys haven't heard the speech yet, I'll make it. If you have heard it, I'll make it short. It's the same reason why when people ask me, like, are you going to do the Super Fun Pack? Yes, because I want Deathstroke. However, because I'm a content creator, literally, I put out a video today on, and I kind of want to show the numbers, and I won't show them like for real. I put out a video today asking if Guy Gardner was worth it, right? It has gotten for me and my channel and what I do, it has gotten a stupid amount of views in 8 hours. A stupid amount. And this is me not having bought the dude. I mentioned him in the thumbnail, and I'm already at 800 views, which I love. Please keep watching the content. I love it. So when I do this stuff, and this is why I'm like, I give this warning, and maybe I should put this in a video, but I feel like I'm kind of preachy when I say this, because if you want to spend your money, it's up to you. However, don't feel pressured to spend any money, especially if some dumbass content creator is like, here's a can't miss tune. You can miss all these damn tunes. It's a mobile game. But when I come in here and I say, I'm going to buy Deathstroke when I get paid on Friday, I even have myself a gaming budget. Well, I call it entertainment budget, a budget that I put into all this stuff where I can't spend more money than that, right? So I budget myself knowing damn well when I get Deathstroke and I make my Deathstroke video that I get to write off that $30 I spent on him on my taxes, and then the money I get from his video, especially if he's a highly desired tune, I don't know, like Guy Gardner, where people are asking questions, then that money's also going to earn back on that video over time. So basically, within the first week, it'll be a profit, and then it just goes from there. So me buying this for 30 for Deathstroke is an investment that I can get a return on investment for. Same thing with Guy Gardner. I could spend the 50 to get him. I'm just not going to spend the 50 to get him. I think that might be, I mean, honestly, it should be an investment. Damn it. It should be an investment in the channel. Damn. Anyway, so that's kind of that. Whenever you hear content creators, content creators I like the most are the ones who very much actively say, like, it's a different situation for me because I create content and get paid for it. I do not want to put the pressure on other people, not the pressure, but and I mean, it's not, I can't pressure anybody, but you guys know what it's like, the FOMO, when you feel like you're missing out on something and everybody's talking about it and you're like, well, I can't afford this $30, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it because I don't want to miss out. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that to people. If you do it and you have the money, cool, knock yourself out, have fun, enjoy it. But I don't want to like contribute to you feeling like, oh God, I have to do it. No, you don't. No, you don't. You have to do a damn thing. You can get through a lot of this content in the game. Guy Gardner is not the thing that's going to magically unlock the rest of the game for you. He's not. Neither is Superman DCU. Neither is Wonder Woman. None of them are. It's fun. Have fun. Enjoy it if you can afford it. Do it. If you can't, leave it alone. All right. I've been saying that so many times, and I'm sorry. I feel like I'm being so preachy. But I think I'm going into dad mode where I'm like, be careful. Make sure you put your money in your piggy bank. Upgrade him so you can downgrade him when you get Weasel. I can't downgrade him though, because I already did his trials. Pro tip: if you do Constantine's trials or any of the characters' trials, you can't then retrain their rank. You can retrain their level, you can't retrain their rank. And if I had known that, I would never have done Constantine's trials. I don't like him. Upgrade him, you have Zatanna. Zatanna no longer has lifesteal. If she had lifesteal, I think we brought this up yesterday. If she had lifesteal, I would do it 100%, because her lifesteal was the thing that Constantine needed to be okay. Plus, they made him give one less recuperate, so it's even worse now. When was Lex nerfed? Yeah, but 30% is 30%. I almost got Lex, and no, he was nerfed. Okay, so the Lex nerf, not as bad. Read the comments on the video. The Lex nerf is not bad, but it's not great. It definitely made him less than. He's still worth fusing. He's still worth having. He's a very good... Okay, he's a tank that I use as support. I don't like putting him up front because I feel like he can't handle the damage, right? So I put him in the back row, and I love using his assist. And then his shields are like a secondary sustain to me. I need to be doing something on this game. I'm just talking with this thing running in the background. and then I use his shields as like a secondary sustain. So I'm running him with Kid Flash. I'm running him with Black Canary because I want to be sure that the heals are the primary thing I'm using to sustain my team. This is gonna suck. We're gonna die. I want to be sure that his heals are the primary thing I'm using to sustain his team, and then the shields are secondary and also maybe reducing damage. So he's still good. He's still worth it, but those who remember the times before, as Thanos said, will always fight. Yeah, we'll always be like a little bit like, man, he was better before, but he's good now. You don't know what it was like before, so don't get hung up on that. You caved and bought Guy Pack. Are you, Natalie? Are you a Lanterns fan? Is that why you caved? Because in that scenario, I understand it, though I don't agree. I understand it. This is the counter team I'm running with Ocean Master. I'm going to move him out of the way because Damian is going to go at the back row and hit Kid Flash. Let's go ahead and put Wonder Woman there. So you hit her. Ha ha. Die. And then he's running Burns here. So, I don't know. Let's see what happens. So. I'm going to spend a 30 to get Flash. You already got your guaranteed then, Sarashi, right? You already got your Wonder Woman? You said you were pouring resources into her. I don't know if Flash is the one I would choose, but more power to you. He's not bad. It's just that his passive is a little bit, until you get the emblem and you can do it to where his passive procs when there's like 2 characters left instead of 1. That always, I love when that happens if I were you, but then you have to kind of guarantee that he dies last. Mad props on you reminding people to watch it. But yeah, I mean, thanks, Nowhere, man. I feel preachy. I don't like doing it, but I understand, like, because I did it. I was in a, all right, sad story. When my mom passed away, it was during the pandemic. And when I had to fly back to the U.S., it was that I had to be isolated. And it was a twofold isolation where it was, I was coming from Europe going over there, and these were in the dark days of Corona. So I didn't know what was going on. Some of my family has pre-existing conditions, stuff like that. And I'm like, or even if they don't, we don't know what this disease is. Maybe I have a strain of it that I'm fine for because I've lived in Europe for 15 years and I would be okay, but then I bring it to my family, whatever. So I was basically quarantined in a hotel room for like 10 days. And there is nothing that'll mess with your mind like your mom dying and not being able to hug your sister. Like that's, anyway. And while I'm there, I'm playing a game called Raid Shadow Legends. This is when I first started going into mobile gaming, like heavy. Like I was already playing DC Legends, but then I was looking for other stuff to play. I started playing that. I got into my wallet so deep, and it was partially because I'm just sitting in a hotel room for 10 days in the U.S., sad, depressed, eating Popeye's chicken sandwiches, the spicy ones because they didn't have them in Switzerland yet, and then just trying to like cope through the day because there was nothing for me to do. And I dipped deep. Now, I could afford it. However, barely, because it's an embarrassing amount of money that I spent on that game. Talk about blowing a damn budget. I beat the budget down and screwed up a lot of my savings that I could have like actually just had in the back because how much money I was putting in that game. And part of it was, despite the fact that I do like that content creator, and he was giving the warnings that I try to give now, is that he was the first one that made me realize that they get tax write-offs. And I was like, damn, that's true. But I'm watching other videos like, this is the best tune in the game and this is the most unbelievable one. And I'm like, I'm not pulling him in this gotcha game. Let me drop another 100 and get some more of these shards. Let me drop another 100, get some more of these shards. You know what I mean? I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it to where when I got the thing, like when I figured it, I was doing it so much that I had everything on my phone, like to check the balance. And I refused to look at my phone because I already knew what it was. Like, you know what I mean? It was bad. So, and I was able to afford it. I shouldn't have done it. I didn't like go homeless because of it. I should not have done it. But that's why I'm kind of like, I can understand where maybe life ain't going great right now. And you need a little bit of a dopamine hit and you need a little bit of fun and you need a little bit of an accomplishment to like make you feel better. They had this whole episode in Big Bang Theory about it, which kind of fits, where Penny was not doing well in her life at that moment, and she falls in love with not a mobile game, but an MMO game on the PC, and she's feeling accomplishment as she's playing this game. So she's basically like substituting her real life for that, because in her real life she's failing, in her other life she's succeeding. So she wants to focus on where the success is, where she's not feeling depressed. And I get that. And so this very easy, or you just love Guy Gardner and you're like, I can't afford this, damn it, but I'm gonna do it because I can eat bologna sandwiches for the rest of the month. So like, I understand the mentality of feeling like you're missing out and feeling like you want to be a part of the community and what everybody's talking about. Everybody's talking about Guy Gardner. Everybody's talking about Superman DCU. And I still don't got him yet. So let me buy $100 pack to get 60 of the super encrypted tokens and pull. Damn, I didn't get them. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. I understand that like rush of where you just kind of fall into this spiral of like doing it over and over and over again, which is why I want to warn against it. At the same time, I don't want to be preachy because at the same time, if that's how you want to spend your money, cool. Have fun. I'm not here to judge, but I want to remind that I'm in a different position, not because of even my job and everything else, but simply because like when I buy, it's a profit for me if I create the content correctly. And if you're gonna do a show, hell, do YouTube. It's a great way to fund your habit. It is a great way to fund your habit. I appreciate the story about your mom. As a content creator, I seriously respect you and you telling people to watch their budgets. That's what I mean. It's just easy to get sucked into it. It's really easy to just get sucked into it. And I've been snake bitten multiple times by getting sucked into it. And now the sad part is that I go into it with the like, hey now, you do this, you're not going to be able to go to Suru and get some karagedon. You're not going to be able to do that. That's it for that. And then the next one is like, hey, you're not doing this. This has to go in savings and investments. Tough. I'm even separating my bank accounts now because of it, getting another one for it. So like for real. That happened to me in Infinite Magic Raid. I was dating someone, we broke up, and I said YOLO the money I was going to spend on vacation with her. I spent on the game. No real regrets, but that money's gone. And that's what I'm saying. And if that is like, this is a rough one. If that's what you needed to do to get through your healing process and you could afford it, I'm not poo-pooing on that. Like, I understand, hell, when I went through my breakup last year, I was like, hey, yo, homegirls. I took my friend Alessia, she did this for me. Like, we did this whole day of like R&B brunch, R&B lounge, went to another lounge. We spent, and then whenever any of her friends came along, like we both work in, I'm not gonna say where. I'm not gonna say any of that stuff. It was okay for us to spend that money. But then we just YOLO'd a bunch of money because she was like, that's my homeboy, that's my cuz. He needs somebody to be there for him. So we're gonna go out, we're just gonna ball out. Yeah, spent a bunch of money that probably could have gone to a vacation or could have gone to a mobile game. But, it was a little bit of retail therapy, right? A little bit of going out party therapy. So, like, I get that too. Karagedon's point, man. Don't Karagedon. Hey, you already, let me tell you what I'm doing on Friday. First thing, I'm going to call work. Look, let me tell y'all this. First of all, I'm off in the afternoon. Why? Because I'm going to go to the gym and then I'm going to go ahead and get this Karagedon from Suru. Oh, it's so good. So, like, I get it where it's like no real regrets, but that money's gone. And that's true. That hurts when you know that money's gone. But if you needed that little bit of like, this is also the thing of like, if you do drink, right? You go out with some friends and you make sure you have like the two friends who keep you from doing something wild, but you get a little drunk, maybe a little bit too drunk. And then your friends take care of you and they make sure you get home, you get safe, you have a designated driver, all that stuff. We have trains over here, so we ain't got to worry about that. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, where's your team? Rello, where's your team? I'll fight your team in a minute. Where you at, dog? Don't start? No, it won't be no. So yeah, I'm going on way too long about like watching your budgets and stuff. But it is something that matters to me that I am not contributing to that. Oh, that's right. You can do that. I forgot. Friend list. That thing comes up slow as hell. Napo's there. Relo's there. I forgot that we can do this. This is fun. Face off against your team. What is your defensive lineup, though? What you got going? Man, that ain't even fair. You coming in here with 5.3 million. You just wanted to stunt. That's all that was. That is all that was. You just wanted to show off on camera. So I found my dopamine hit is giving in giving money to others, people randomly. Okay. That's also, I do have that problem too. There was this, let me build my team real quick. There was this, when I was walking to the gym, like outside of the grocery store on my way, they always had these like stands set up, these kiosks, donate to this charity, donate to that charity. And if you catch me on a good day, I'm going to listen. And this woman came up to me and she caught me on a good day. And I was like, all right, what is it? I remember when I did it for Doctors Without Borders. I went to the woman came up to me and I looked at her and I said, I'm sorry, I don't speak German. And this woman for real sat there. She's this Brazilian woman, really cute. If I hadn't had a girlfriend at the time, I'd ask for a number. She did her best to speak what little English she could. And I stood there and listened for a minute and then I stopped. I was like, sorry to me, and she was like, you can speak German and you had me trying to speak English, and just goes. And then the funny way, she was smiling, right? So she wasn't like genuinely upset, but I think she was kind of like mad for real. And then after we talked about it for a little bit, I was like, okay, you know what? And I signed up. I did that. Same thing happened like about a month ago where the woman caught me in a good mood. I just had some good things happen at my company with my bosses and stuff. And I was like, I'm in a good spirit. She talked to me for a little bit. I was like, yeah, I'll put this down. And she was like, wait, really? I was like, yep, let's go. So like that does give a nice little dopamine hit. And the thing I do, Gary, which I like as well, is that I try to forget that I do it. And then every once in a while, like I'll see when it gets taken out of my account and I'm like, huh. And that gives me that extra like little bit where I'm like, I've done it. It's over there. I feel good about that for the day. And then I legitimately try to forget that I've set up that auto pay from a donation from my account. And then once that happens, this is going to suck, Rello. How dare you? I'm going to take this L so you can feel good about yourself. All right. And then that way it's like another, like whenever that direct thing goes out and I check it, like, I don't know. It depends. Then it's like, oh, that did feel good to do that. Okay. It's like another little dopamine hit. Someone had karage. I wish I had karage. You are getting Weasel on Friday. I will not, sir. I will send him back. I'll re-roll the game. There you go. You happy now, Rello? You got your victory. Your empty victory. Let me go attack Napo. And then I'm going to call it a video. I think, or I'll call it a stream. I think we'll be done. Because I just saw Napo. Napo's stronger than me too, though. He's at 34-12. Now, does this cost... Okay, here's a question. Does this cost me arena crystals? Or can I just do this all day and it just doesn't count either way? Is that okay? What do you do for work? Okay. Okay, I won't say the company. I am a compliance. Okay, so I'm kind of, okay. It's a startup company that's dealing in the token investments in tokenized real world assets and cross-border payments. I've been developing, from Brazil. Hey. How does it come by? Actually, the founders of the company are Brazilian. They're both from Brazil. And they're demanding that I go to Brazil because they're like, it's a paradise, you have to go. And I was like, if y'all buying a ticket, I'll dip. Let's go. And they do have a lot of the business there, so I may have to go to Brazil sometime soon. Anyway, that's not important. So basically, it's tokenized real-world assets investments that we're using to distribute through a web app that does like as a financial intermediary, and then also facilitating cross-border payments. I am the head of compliance, basically. I was going to say compliance officer, but I'm basically the head of compliance and the stablecoin governance officer. So I manage basically the processes and procedures, the laws, the regulations that need to be adhered to for the company, develop the compliance processes and the governance for the company itself, and the structure that they need for doing these services, basically. So that is what I do. Compliance officer, head of compliance, stablecoin governance officer. Well, stablecoin governance for that company. But originally it was just basically 10 to 12 years in banking and finance, which is boring. It costs nothing, so I can just do this all day. Actually then, Relo, You are a lifesaver on that. Because now this is where I can test teams too. Not just in that Superman metal thing. I can test the teams here as well. Don't have many creators up for Worlds Collide. So I'll look for others and find you and you talk for real to do it in again. Thanks. Well, I hope you like the content. I'm glad you appreciate it. Um, and I'm trying to. I've been talking so much, and it's not related to the game on this stream. I feel like I'm on a couch doing a therapy session. My bad. All right, so it costs nothing to do this against people, and I can run this. Okay, let's go ahead and get my butt kicked by Napo real quick. Oh, this he does have the sacrifice tip with Dr. Fate. Boo. Boo. Okay, so what we're gonna have here is a horrible matchup. I kind of want Wonder Woman to get at her real quick. What I could do something weird. Previous quality engineer gone custom stone counter, tops manufacturer and installer. Huh? You gave me a bunch of words. I only understood the word quality engineer. I didn't understand any of that other stuff. Custom stone countertop. Oh, custom stone. Oh, so you do the custom stone. Oh, that's cool. That is cool as hell. That's cool. Okay, I wish you were in Switzerland. This is a perfect testing ground for you. Yeah, it really is, V. It really is, V. I'm gonna call you V because we already have a mic. We have a mic from DC Legend days. Okay. So now that I know this is a testing ground, I can kind of experiment with something that might be weird. However, I think he's gonna punch a hole in my face, so I don't know how cute I can get here. First of all, we're gonna get a little cute. And in fact, I'm willing to spend the diamonds on this actually. For real. I want to see if this works. Just to be annoying. Let's see. Mad scientist mode activated. Should I go ahead? I should open up another slot. This is like the third time I've done this. Yeah. Who am I taking out? I was thinking about upgrading Constantine anyway. I have not used Grodd in a minute. Dadgum. Refresh 100. Yeah, sure. Then we go here. This is not going to work, by the way. For a startup electrical vehicle manufacturer. Oh, there we go. And I left to make a custom granite. That's what I'm talking about. That's cool as hell. So then how much training did you need to make like custom granite, quartz, and marble countertops? That sounds hard and heavy. Them things sound heavy. And it sounds hard as hell. And do you have to deal with like a bunch of people who are never going to be satisfied no matter how amazing of a job you did, and they're going to try to cut you on the price that you said, this is how much I charge? People always trying to negotiate down. Oh, well, is this really worth that much? If you could do it, then you do it. Are you having to deal with them kind of folks? Can you tell that I've had to deal with those kind of people? Is you sure it's worth that much? Okay, then find somebody else. I don't negotiate. That was the price. And then if you ask me tomorrow, what was it? What was it he said? Yesterday's price is not today's price. Every time I come back here, it's going to increase by 10%, lady. Mister, yesterday's price is not today's price. You annoyed me. I don't like you. People I don't like, I charge a you annoyed the hell out of me tax. Okay. I'm getting way too cute with this mess. I'm getting way too cute with this. Way too cute. I did have to run that game on somebody one time. Though. Oh man, she really better not do anything. I had to run that game on somebody one time, which was like, look, I don't have to give you the price if you annoy the hell out of me. I just fell into it, and it is amazing. And yes, most of the time they come in and we sell by the slab, so they spend the money on the whole slab of stone. Okay. Some people buy 2 or 3 slabs at like, oh wow. Maybe I'm in the wrong business. Damn. Let's check the ultimates real quick. We're gonna do the heal. I kind of want to save this for after the fact, so let's do this. Let's run you. Let's put you back there. And let's all die slow. Yay. Okay. Oh, by the way, whoever asked me about that speed set thing, this is why. If it works. Oh, do I have? Oh no, I mean I have gear on Starfire right now. Star Sapphire right now. Do I have Star Sapphire gear? Yeah, I do. Okay, good. Wonder Woman's done. Imagine your accountant. It seems most of the income has come from this annoyance tax. You see how fast that happened? I wasn't even looking. Um, oh, I can. Oh, I'll explain it very quick. It is a surcharge that is related to my mental health and well-being. The more stressful the job is, the more I induce this surplus. And if the clients want my services, they have to pay the surplus for being a dick. Um, that's the most aggressive thing I've ever said on this channel. Thoughts on Kid Flash and Superboy Fusion? Or no. We just had this conversation yesterday, Missile. And somebody made the mistake, and you should have seen how the chat exploded. Like, what are you doing? Do not, and this will be my last thing I talk about before I go. But now I get to experiment with this. But I'm already 3 hours into this, and I said I was only going to do two. But basically, any character that is an epic that they're asking you to fuse, do not fuse. Don't fuse Grodd. Don't fuse Grodd. That is backwards. Ardrick, that's backwards, okay? If you need Grodd, you can. I even had a video of where when I got Lex, I did all of this like background stuff too. And I honestly, I wish I knew where that video was. So Mike, we just said so. Mike, so V, this is the Mike I was talking about when I said I got to call you V because Mike is Mike and then you're V now. Sorry, because I don't want to be like Mike and y'all both be like what. So you're V, and then he's Mike. Okay, all right. The problem with this is, and I'm glad I get a chance to explain this to you before it happens. Okay, so absolutely not. Do not do it, because one, I can put these characters in the desired thing in the mother box that you've seen before, and I can pull them. Right? I would rather spend the extra diamonds to pull them than to spend 120 of each of these frags of these elites. Because at a certain point, this is just ridiculously inefficient. So if I'm spending 360 elite frags, do you know how much that is in terms of what I could rank up an epic for? As opposed to just putting them, and I'm going to show, so 360 for Grodd, right? And you were going to use 360 for Grodd to get to the 40 so that you can do, there we go, OG Mike. So that we can do, oh man, now it makes me think about the Wayans Brother TV show when they had White Mike. Okay, anyway, to then fuse him. The reason why that's a problem is just that it's an incredibly inefficient way to spend your resources. If I go down here, do I have a rank 3, any kind of epic? Anybody? I don't have a rank 3 anybody. I'm tempted to like remove the ranks off somebody just to show you. I guess this will do good enough. It takes me 90 elites to rank her up to rank 6. It takes me 120 to rank up him to rank 7. Okay? We're at 230 so far. And then just for S's and giggles, to take him up to rank 3 is 150, right? So I could take a character up damn near 3 of the higher ranks. The red ranks 6, 7, and 8 with the amount that you would spend just to fuse a 3-star epic that you plan on using with other epics to fuse Lex. When you could just go here to the mother box like I did. And I'm saying this because I did it really, like straight up like this. I went in here and I think I had to do Grodd at the time actually because I had enough. Okay. Let me just explain one thing at a time. To put in Grodd and put in, Kid Flash, put in Superboy, which Kid Flash, I'm not going to give that advice. We'll just say that. Put in Kid Flash, whoever. I did that so I could get Grodd. Then I still needed Two-Face, for example, right? I went back here. You will have some of these, and you can buy some of these from the store. I use this to then select the epic that I needed. And at the time, I believe it was, no, Bane I did for Bane. This time I did it for Two-Face. So then, yeah, it was a gross video because I ended up getting Wonder Woman and Lex all in the same day. Streamer luck is a real thing. So then I used this to get the Two-Face shards that I needed because I already had 25 of them because I went to Adventure and in the trials there is Grodd, which gave me 15 of his shards. Two-Face, which gave me 15 of his shards. I don't think anybody. Oh yeah, Kid Flash, 15 of his. Superboy, 15 of his. Once you've unlocked them, once you've already unlocked them. So I already had them unlocked. So that part kind of fits. You can still pull the desired or whatever, but that kind of fits there. If you already have them and you're like, oh damn, I have them, but I don't want to use. I want to work on Kid Flash. I already have him rank 6. What I had with Kid Flash, I had him like rank 6, and I was like, let me finally go ahead and fuse Lex. So I already had those 15 shards. All right. Yeah, and then you can come in here. If you really, really, really want to farm for those epic shards that you need to get Lex, right here, my guy. Right here, my guy. Get into the Elite Arena. Get this currency. Come over here and select the epic you need. If you don't have enough of those, you get these randomly throughout events, but then you do that. So, please. Do not. Now, here's another question. I have a box where I can choose it. Oh, yeah. So that's what I just explained. Sorry, I didn't see that you were doing that. I'm debating using it for an epic. I do not yet have versus using the 40 to actually get garage shards. So in this one, that is. Oh. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do for an epic you don't have yet because you can't do anything with that. Once you get those frags, you just have the frags. The only way you can unlock the characters is by pulling them. If you don't pull them and you just have their frags, they're just there. They don't do anything for you until you pull the character. So you're better off to getting the extra garage shards than to pull for something you don't have, unless you're doing it in preparation for something. But it will unlock the character from this box if I choose the. Oh, that box. Oh, okay. I think I had that box once. And I think I used it to rank up Green Arrow. Although my memory is fuzzy on that. I think I had that box one time. Ooh, damn. Are you only missing garage shards to get Lex? Yes, I'm saying I think I got that too, but I can't remember what it was. I think it's the $50 starter box. I don't know because I didn't spend. I've spent more than $50 in this game, but I haven't spent $50 on any one thing. Relo, the starter banner, maybe. But that's not even on my thing anymore. You need 25 GA and 25 Bane. Truth be told, my argument here is that unless you're going to use that box to rank up something you already have, I don't know if you're like doing rank 6 already, I would lean towards sit on it because here's the other thing too. This is the one time I was patient. I'm only low on these. I had like 20 of these or something more than that because I sat on them until I figured out which one I wanted to do. I really just sat because I was like, I'm still progressing. I'm still doing okay in the game. I'll just sit on this until I see that there's a decision I need to make. And then that's when I used it on the Lex thing. One of the premium starter packs, 5, 10, or 20. Yeah, because I did one of the premium. I think I did like 5 and 10 or like 10 and 20. I can't remember which ones. So I would sit because the thing is, if you're using it to pull out an epic that you don't have, are you going to be able to use that epic because they're going to come out at rank 3? And then you still need to get more of their frags to rank them up. So I'm still leaning on using that towards Lex because you are 15 away from each of those dudes. You can get, if you are in Elite Arena doing this, you can get these things and choose the 15. So like, go to Elite Arena and let's see. You need GA and you said you needed Two-Face? Bane. I just went off on the person who told me they should be buying this for. Watch the first 20 minutes of this stream if you want to see me pop off on somebody. I had some very, very DMX feelings about them. Anyway, and not serious. We were having fun, but still, they needed to get got. 8-1 like Kobe in 06. Shout out Jid. So basically, you can still farm those last 15 you need because it would be kind of, I understand why you wouldn't want to use it. Theoretically here, you can get the 10 that you would need for Green Arrow, a 10 that you would need for Bane. I wish you could split it. And then if you have these floating around, because I cannot remember, I think I got these from Digital Universe. You can split it. Like if you had 10 of them, you can do 5 one and 5 the other. You just can't do that in that store. It doesn't give me the source. But yeah. And then if you have some of these 8th metals, I'm not opposed to using 5 of those just to complete those other 2 for the Green Arrow and the Bane. But if I'm using that 40 pack, I am going to use it for Grodd to help fuse Lex. I'm going to do that other stuff I said about buying those 10 frags from each and then adding it so I have 35, and then maybe using the 8th metal, or if you do have some of these to complete the other 5 that you need. And that's the hustle that I did in that video. I think somebody just said that they saw that video. It streamed past me real quick. But that is like what I did in that video was I just started like trying to hustle and like piece things together so I could make Lex work. I guess I need to watch the beginning of your video as you end as I've been buying Bane shards from the arena store. Okay, well, one, Ardrick, I mean, the reason I went off was the tone that somebody said. I'm not opposed to people doing things differently than me, right? Like it's not like I'm the end all be all, because maybe I'll figure out in like 2 months that your approach was the best. This is what's worked for me. I feel like this is the best and most efficient way. I'd rather put Bane in the desired and then use that arena credit for that arena currency for something else. Legendary selected shards, Wonder Woman priority. Yep. If all you have is Wonder Woman, yes. Because please believe I used those real quick and leveled and ranked up my Wonder Woman quick, fast, and in a hurry. So yes, I went at this first, and then the selector, I went at this, and right now I'm doing it on Sinestro. So 100% on that. I think I didn't. No, maybe. Did I do it for Lex? I don't think I did for Lex. Anyway. So I think that's going to be it, guys. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss any other questions. Selector for Lex 4/4 is the best use of selector in my opinion. Okay. I'm not going to disagree. I'm not going to debate that one at all. Yeah. But I'm saving up my purple tokens to pull for Guy in a couple of days. We just got done talking about it. You came in right at the end, homie. You came in right at the end. Then we've got Mr. Fantastic coming up later this season. And that's what I'm saying. What the hell is the season? When does that happen? Where I need those tokens and or diamonds too. And this was the thing that I was worried about with how many. I'll have to watch your whole video. Okay. Hey, I'm down for you watching the whole thing and join up the Discord. Appreciate you, V. So you guys have a lovely rest of the day. It is damn near my bedtime. You guys have a lovely rest of the day. Thank you guys for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Next stream when? So it's going to be, the plan is for the next stream to be at 6 a.m. I should probably start doing this regular scheduled thing, but I can't depending on when I have to go to Geneva. 6 a.m. tomorrow, my time, which is 12 midnight, New York time, 11 p.m., Auburn, Alabama time, aka Atlanta time, and then progressively back, right? I'm trying to find a better time to do it, but honestly, all the best times are either when I should be sleeping, like right now. Well, no, now isn't a good time, but it would be like midnight would be a good time, or like 1 a.m. for me would be a good time for you guys. I'm trying to find a better time that suits everything because I'm in Switzerland, so my time zone is different. It's 8:30 at night for me right now. So anyway, the next one will be midnight New York time for you guys, around about that time. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it.